it's too late. Call Life Imaging FLA for your free heart scan with a few minimum requirements valued at $699 now. From your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. That's pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I'm about to tell you a secret that'll make the insurance companies madder than a wet hen. Major insurance companies use a software called Colossus to tell them what the firm you hire is likely to settle your case for. Google it yourself. They know which law firms can lowball and take the last best offer, not us. Google our firm and see billions recovered from those very same insurance companies. They know who we are, and now you know it too. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you lease your car and you've tried to sell it but can't get the process completed due to harsh restrictions from the lease company, don't sweat it. GiveMeTheVin.com is not only America's best car buyer, we're also America's best lease buyer. Just go to GiveMeTheVin.com and put your info into our super short form. We'll automatically make an instant offer that's weighed against your lease payoff, so you can get your lease funded, and whammo, you're all good. All at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best lease buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Go pink and save green at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, 2023 Global Nissan Award winner.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. MONEY. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Real Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, October 26th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from the Maine shooter on the loose to Trump freaks out in court and the slap heard round the world, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Well, hello.
C-Lane is out. Hello, Josh.
Howdy. howdy.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Really good. Really good. How are you?
Good. Baby watch continues, though. This is going on for longer than I anticipated. Not that I should have anticipated anything. It's not my baby.
I sent a text to the group that involves C-Lane with the eyes emoji, like, hey, we need an update. And he sends back the GIF, it's been 84 years. The Titanic old lady.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Still on baby watch.
He's just hanging out in the hospital. He was talking about his dinner that he ate last night there. Hospital food is better than it used to be, man.
I'll tell you
They
what.
got some fancy stuff. Josh was telling me there was this thing that you can get if you're celebrating at the hospital, and it's like the celebration menu.
Yeah, they have like steak and sushi and
Oh
all
my
like
God.
pork belly and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like fancy. It sounds like some like 5-star restaurant or something where
Weird.
the chef is like, putting all the special ingredients together, and it's all for the folks who are just celebrating at the hospital. Man, they try to get money wherever they possibly can. But we're into several days here, and now today might be the day. Who knows? We have no idea, but we're wishing the best for C-Lane and his wife, obviously, and we'll tell you what's going on as soon as we know anything that he wants us to share with you. All right, let's put our ears to the ground and our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the world of slap fighting.
Yeah, baby.
Because that's a sport for some reason. Why? Because we are stupid. That's why. I mean, I still can't believe this exists. There's like nationwide conversations about CTE, and I agree. There's like a lot of dangerous stuff that people do. MMA and boxing and hitting each other in the head so hard in the NFL and all that. It's not good for your brain. It's bad.
Oh, but it's so entertaining for us.
Yeah, that's what it is. And we're like, we want to be entertained, so we don't care. That's the history of humans. The Roman Colosseum was full of people fighting animals and stuff because we don't care as long as we're entertained.
Blood sport.
Yeah, we're like, all right, fine. Yeah, these people might suffer some point down the road, but the rest of us are okay. This was the Battle of Bathory, the slap fighter versus Wolmarans, and it was the featherweight match. Here we go. Let's see what happened. Look at her face. For those of you watching,
Look at
my
her good hand.
God. Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Oh, and
Did she hit her head?
she hit her head. She went forward first, smacked her forehead, and then fell back and had
excellent.
a weird hand cramp.
Excellent. So she not only got smacked as hard as one could possibly think, hitting her brain around in her head, but then she also hit her head on something else. The 1-2 punch. Yep. Boom. And then down.
Owie.
Yeah, that's good. No problems there. You keep doing this. This is totally fine.
Well, I hope she's okay.
I think she survived, but like, come on. Can that be good down the road? Isn't this going to be really bad for somebody's brain?
Sure, but they're consenting adults. So
I know.
if people are willing to pay to watch it and get paid to get slapped, then they're going to do it.
They should be
I don't
getting
care.
so much money, though, shouldn't they?
Do they?
Don't they win like $5,000 or
Yeah,
something?
they don't win enough for this. Like,
Step up, Dana White.
some of the stuff I watch and I'm like, okay, that's fine. So like arm wrestling championships, okay, maybe you break your arm or something. But
No
with
biggie.
this, it's like the goal is literally to knock the other person out, and it happens all the time because they're slapping the hell out of each other. All right, go for it, everybody. Do your thing. We are watching what's happening in Maine, and it is very, very intense, where you have a lot of Maine, believe it or not, shut down today.
What?
Schools, all the main restaurants and grocery stores, especially close to where all this has happened, this shooting, are all shut down. They have completely shut down. And everybody's on edge. And, I mean, I'm just losing my mind watching this story and feeling for everybody. There's numbers all over the place. You can't really trust much of anything. Between 16 and 22 people have been killed at a restaurant. First, they said a Walmart center, like a Walmart
like parking lot?
Shopping center?
No,
Super center.
no. like a Walmart
Strip
staging
mall.
center, you know, where they like store the stuff to bring it to the Walmarts, like the warehouse kind of situation.
Gotcha.
But that was not included. It was a restaurant bar and then a bowling alley that, my God, was having a kids' bowling night, if you can even understand that. And they said 40 to 60 people were shot. We really don't know much about the totals there just yet. But the guy is still on the loose as of when we're doing the show right now. Those of you in Dallas or Rochester, maybe this gets solved. Hopefully it gets solved by then. But it's a 40-year-old guy that they're looking for. His name is Robert Card, and it's one of the most frustrating things in the world to hear. He's former military, which means he's got a lot of training with these weapons. That's very bad. And also, he was committed to a mental health facility earlier this year.
Oh, is that right?
When he said he was hearing voices and voices were telling him to shoot someplace up. And you hear that and you go, are we just stupid? I mean, are we just so dumb that we go, a man tells the rest of humanity that he's hearing voices saying to shoot a place up, to commit a mass shooting. And our response is not to take away every possible weapon that person has and make sure that human being can't do the things the voices in his head are telling him to do.
You'd think, as simple as it is, what you just said, logically, that would be take away his guns, keep an eye on him. Yet here we are again.
Help him
again.
and help others, right? Help him and help others by saying this is a person in a mental health crisis. Quite clearly, almost everybody, I would love to believe, can come to an agreement that if somebody says something like this, they shouldn't have whatever weapons they have because they are a danger to people around them. And this guy goes out and says this. He comes forward and he goes and gets treatment in an inpatient facility. And he says that he's hearing voices that they're telling him to shoot someplace up. And then he does it and he still has the gun. This is a major problem, and it seems to be the easiest thing to fix. And for some reason, here we are once again. I have some of the press conference from this morning. I have no idea what they said here, but maybe we'll tune in and see what's going on because he was still on the loose as of this morning.
After working through the night. As you all know, last night, locals, county, state, and federal law enforcement officers from around the state of Maine responded to reports of an active shooter.
Audio is kind of garbled.
At several locations in Rooster, including Spare Time Recreation and Schmeggy's Bar and Grill.
Schmeggy's Bar and Grill is the bar or restaurant that he shot up, and then he said Spare Recreation or something was the name of the bowling alley that he hit.
These law enforcement officers, in the face of danger, responded swiftly, selflessly, and with great bravery. Bravery that they continue to demonstrate today as they search tirelessly for a person.
How have they not caught him yet?
Last night's event. On behalf of all Maine people, I express my deep gratitude for your response and for your continued service.
All right, that's what we've got so far, and they have no idea where this guy is. As I said, he's got military experience, which makes it, I would guess, harder to catch him and would make him more effective at killing people. And they had his car. He had a Subaru that he was driving. Nice thing about that was it had a different color bumper on it, so they were able to track it down pretty quickly. But they found it at a boat ramp, and then it was like, what, did he get in a boat and escape from here? Or they thought he was at some house nearby, and they heard some shots there, perhaps. And then you get inundated with people who are seeing all kinds of things, and they just have not found this guy yet. Very, very frustrating story and tough to watch here, but we're keeping our eyes on it right now. They said Robert Card is the 40-year-old guy who was behind all of this, and just absolute devastation behind him. We got many more things, obviously, to talk about today, and we'll get onto those, but we want to keep an eye on that since it's important. Koalak says it'll end in suicide if it hasn't already. Possibly. I mean, we really don't know. This is a person who's in a very, very bad mental state, and God only knows what's going through their mind, and God only knows if they have more targets, and that's why everybody is so on edge. Meanwhile, Hurricane Otis, how crazy is this? This is the storm that turned from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane within 12 hours. That's crazy enough. And it hit the Pacific coast of Mexico, beautiful Acapulco. And when it hit this place, that is the first time ever. I didn't believe this was true, but it's the first time ever that a city of over 1 million people has been hit with a Category 5 hurricane. It has never happened before this.
No, really?
Yeah, that's what they said. And I started thinking, I'm like, man, weren't we close to some? Yeah, I think there were some Category 5s, but then I think maybe they turned to Category 4 right before they hit. Or they didn't hit a place that had over 1 million people.
I'm trying to think the population of New Orleans right now for Katrina.
Was Katrina a 5, though?
I thought so.
Let me see. Hold on. Hurricane Katrina. Because that obviously was a very powerful hurricane. Katrina right here. Total fatalities. God almighty. It was a devastating Category 5 Atlantic hurricane. And the city of New Orleans has to have a population of over 1 million, right? City of New Orleans.
And that's just jazz musicians alone.
Right, population. And no, it's only 376,000 people in New Orleans proper. So that's why this was bigger. And it really did some damage on the city of Acapulco. So they are, as the sun is rising, trying to see exactly how bad things got there. We want to hear from you. What's going on in your world? Let us know today. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. And when we come back, not only will we get to those dispatches, but there was a freak out in court. The former President Trump was very mad about something that happened in a courtroom. He freaked out and he ran out. The Secret Service people were like, "Where are you going?" And
he ran away.
He ran out of the court. And they were trying to follow him. And then he got out. He got out and he didn't know what to do when he went out. So he started doing a press conference for nobody.
I love it. I love it. I cannot wait until the commercial break is over.
There's nobody gathering, and he's just like, the judge is wrong, and
this mic is better than the last one.
His fight or flight response includes press conferences.
I think so. Yeah, he goes to the default. So we'll see what happened with that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
You have a good turtleneck head. I do not think I have a good turtleneck head. Jack has an okay turtleneck head.
But Jim in one would look like a roll-on deodorant.
How dare you, sir?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Checking into the city, you could expect your regular delays on I-4 between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Cayley Street eastbound at I-4. There's delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535, and slowdowns due to an accident on Weatherby Road eastbound east of Landstar Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop Lowe's Black Friday every day. Right now, save up to $800 on select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $100 on select laundry pairs. Shop Lowe's Black Friday every day.
It's time to set sail with Victory Casino Cruises and Real Radio for our Halloween comedy gambling cruise on Saturday, October 28th. Enjoy comedy from Real Radio's Ross, Sabrina, and Ryan, and music from DJ Angel. For just $25, you can get boarding, a meal, a live comedy show, and $20 in qualified slot play. We will also be having raffles for free slot play prizes and for concert tickets. Plus, come dress in your best Halloween costume for our contest to win free slot play prizes. Boarding starts at 5:30 p.m. and the ship sets sail at 7 p.m. sharp. Come join us on Victory Casino Cruises in Port Canaveral on Saturday, October 28th. For more information and to get your tickets, go to realradio.fm/victory. That's realradio.fm/victory.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
You shouldn't need a degree in finance to choose a checking account. That's why we made Truist One Checking. No trade-offs, no compromise, no hassle. Just the stuff you want from a bank that cares. And that means no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and automatic upgrades. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Visit truist.com/one. Truist.com/ONE. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's best home security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were auto buy. But thanks to the Terminator and auto buy, I received the max.
Visit WePayTheMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic, rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state. It's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Mills Air is looking for experienced service techs. NATE certified is a plus, but not required. We have been in business for over 30 years right here in Central Florida. Great pay and benefits. Sign-on bonus depending on experience. Apply at millsair.com.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. MONEY. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Tell you, I am big mad about this, I don't think it's true. Did you just look at the text message? Look at the text message. Raw reaction time. Raw reaction time.
Oh my God. I am big mad now, too.
I am big mad about this.
We're all mad.
What is going on here? Okay, let me fill you in on something, folks. All right? So, two things. Number one, Christopher Dolores Lane is now a father. He had his baby. He had his baby. The baby has been born and looks beautiful. We're not going to show you that. We'll leave that up to him. But the baby has been born, and it's beautiful. And we had to learn through ThinkPad.
This is baloney.
We didn't get any notification at all. What are we?
Chopped liver, obviously. 3 parts.
Wouldn't you have thought we were pretty high up on the list?
If I wasn't angry, this is one of the funnier plot twists.
Yeah, what is this? One would have thought.
Now, what are we supposed to do? He put us in an uncomfortable position. We're supposed to say, congratulations, also go F yourself?
What is going on here? He's told everybody else before us we weren't informed about this? This is unbelievable to me.
I'm calling him right now.
I literally would have thought that he would have, had the camera ready to go for the baby and been like, all right, Sean, Sabrina, Josh, group text, boom, photograph, here you guys go.
Hashtag sucker free.
We've been the ones who have been like, hey, how's everything going? Sabrina's like, what are the updates? Is everything okay?
I asked about contractions this morning. I feel like that would have put us up in a pinned situation of let them know.
Unbelievable. And now we hear
if ThinkPad learned before, C-Lane's parents, too.
Maybe he did. I didn't know the connection was so strong. I can't. Folks, what are you supposed to do here in this case? Well, shouldn't you tell the folks who you work on a radio show with?
About us. We cannot.
I know, but come on. It feels like a slight. ThinkPad knew before us. ThinkPad. I thought he was here. He doesn't even live here. I thought he was 10th in line, 15th in line maybe to get this photograph of the baby.
Not as important as you thought you were, I guess.
No, and I'm realizing something. You know what? Let's stay silent. Let's see how long it takes him to tell us. What if it takes him he's like, a couple of days. I'll let them know eventually.
If he's listening right now?
I say we show up to the hospital right after the show. Something to tell us, huh?
We'll have our arms folded and just real mean scowls on our faces.
We were going to bring an edible arrangement.
Yeah, but how dare you, sir?
But also, congratulations. I cannot believe it.
Yeah. Could not be more happy for the both of them. They wanted this very badly, and they have an adorable child now, and they're off on an adventure and the journey of a lifetime as parents, and we obviously wish them the best. But I can't believe we weren't the first, second, or probably third to be notified about this, and we had to learn through a third party.
We technically have not been notified yet.
You're right. We still haven't been notified. Well, maybe we may never hear about this.
Maybe we weren't supposed to know.
What if it just keeps going on with 2 parallel lives now where he doesn't tell us? He's like, no, she's still in labor. And we're like, C-Lane, it's January.
It's been 16 years.
Yeah, we know
Who's this teenager driving you around?
You have to be lying to us about this. What's going on right now? Oh, boy. All right, so...
I don't know. I feel so much more angry for such great news.
I'm so happy for him. I really, really am. But also...
What the hell?
All right. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
Let's just go into best of.
Jason emails. And Jason's subject line... Cheesecake Factory bitch is what this says. Okay. All right. This is the woman who is upset that her first date was to a cheesecake factory that has started a larger conversation online about where first dates should go.
Dear Sean, please keep me anonymous.
Jason says, I always thought the first date is like an interview. And if you take somebody to a place that you cannot afford, they will expect that in the future. And wouldn't that be starting off the relationship in the wrong way? Just a thought. I would agree that fast food is probably not the way to go, at least if you're expecting a second date. But what will be wrong with a bowling alley, pool hall, or a coffee shop? Again, it's an interview, and wouldn't you want them to know what you're interested in? Also, let C-Lane know congratulations on the new edition. Did he hear about this first?
I bet he did.
Jason. Jason's ahead of us in line, too. The first rule that we broke was waking a sleeping child. Never, and I mean never do that, says Jason. Don't do it. All right, over to former President Trump, who
also found out C-Lane had a baby before us.
Probably.
That's why he was running.
He was in the courtroom this week, and in the courtroom, he had posted some stuff on Truth Online or Truth Social or whatever his website is. And he posted things that mentioned somebody who the judge said, do not mention this person anymore. There's a gag order in this case. And the judge then made Trump go up on the stand. And he was like a little kid because the judge is like, here's the post that you made on your Truth Social. And Trump's like, that was about somebody else. And the judge is like, I don't believe you. And he fined Trump $10,000 and sort of kind of made him like a little kid on the stand in front of everybody. And he did not like this at all. So he stormed out of the courtroom, and then he like storms out to this place and there's not much around him. And he just started giving like a press conference. There were some cameras and stuff, but all right, here he is. I think he's about to come out of the courtroom here. And the Secret Service people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a bunch of people starting to flow out. Those are Secret Service people, I guess. Maybe 3 billion.
Dare I say 1 trillion.
He's talking about Mar-a-Lago, obviously, and he thinks it's worth more than the judge does, and he's very upset about this. And eventually he gets into the part where he's very upset that Christopher Dolores Lane also did not make him aware of the status of the baby's birth, and he's really burned up about that. We're going to go to you with your dispatches in just a moment. That's how you join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, just hit record, and bam, you're on right alongside us. Don't worry about hanging out on the phone and dealing with that. Here is our friend Mo Manji, the realtor, and he sent us a dispatch.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. It's super funny that ThinkPad found out before all of you guys. You guys like bully Aaron so much, so this is what you get. Thanks, bye.
We don't bully Aaron.
Is that what this was? Is this ultimate revenge for him? I don't think so.
We're
we
great friends to Aaron.
Yeah, we love him. He's the best.
Great guy.
Courtney wants the photo. I don't know if I'm supposed to send this around. You know,
It's your girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go.
I also just posted on Instagram, too. That's Sabrina Ambra.
Here's BT with a dispatch for us.
It's the News Junkie. The 4 best friends you didn't know you had. Sean, Sabrina, C-Lane, and I guess ThinkPad.
No, he's ahead of us. He's before us on the list.
He is the definitive best friend you didn't know you had.
C-Lane and Aaron now. Here's Biker Mike talking about happy days.
Happy day, News Junkies. Happy birthday to Seedling's beautiful newborn baby.
Oh, there you go.
That's going to be a turn of news. Hopefully nothing but good news from here on out.
True.
Hope y'all have a great day. Seedling, congratulations. Welcome to fatherhood, brother.
There he goes. Thanks, Biker Mike, for that.
What if you didn't want us to announce it?
Oh, well, about that.
How long is the dump?
Yeah, I just keep pressing the button until 6 minutes disappears.
Do we have the ability to get rid of a whole segment? I don't know if that's possible.
Well, that's what he gets for not telling us.
We were just kidding about all that stuff we said.
Yeah,
we were
for sure.
Here's Jilly Babe.
Hey, News Junkies,
Hey,
Jilly Babe here.
Whispering.
I'm about 2 months behind in the podcast, but you guys are talking about
2 months behind on the
got a lot
podcast?
to catch up on, sis.
All right.
subtitles and how you're starting to like them. And how you feel like you can absorb the information better. That is exactly how it is to watch foreign films with the subtitles.
Right.
It's absolutely better. I highly recommend you try it.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done that. We haven't been fully watching with subtitles, but every once in a while, if a movie's harder to hear, we'll toss it on for a second, or we'll use that feature where you tell Apple TV, you know, what did he just say or what did she just say? And it rewinds 15 seconds and puts the subtitles on, which is super useful. All right, 2 more real quick. Here's Morning Awaits with the dispatch.
Happy day, junkies.
Hey.
Podcast listener. So first of all, Sean, thank you for uploading them promptly. Appreciate that.
I'm trying my best.
Secondly, can I ask or make a request that the Beach Boys segment be added to the best of, because I was crying when I was listening to that. Anyway, guys, love you.
That was good.
It was an accident. It was a total accident, but we had a good time. Let's
It
do
just
it.
fell together the right way, I think. Here is Jen.
Hey, News Junkies. This is Jen. I was calling about the booing thing that y'all were talking about. We have had this done multiple times over the last, 6-7 years. My kids are, my oldest is 14, so I don't know if it's like a new thing that's happening. But what I don't like is the whole do it to somebody else. It's kind of like paying it forward whenever you get into that chain at a restaurant, at a drive-thru. So basically, it's just giving me a job. As a mom, my kids were like, we have to go do this to everyone else. I don't want to. I want to take the candy that I got on my doorstep, and I don't want to go to Target and
For
go.
the record, when she says booing, she's talking about not that. Yeah. She said booing is stressful. Please stop. And I'm like, how many people are booing this woman? She's just like, boo. There's somebody following her around the grocery store and just everything she's doing during the day, booing
Tough
her.
life.
No, booing is around Halloween, where somebody, usually like a neighbor, will put something on your doorstep as a gift, candy, etc., and then you're expected to pay it forward and do it to somebody else's doorstep.
Buy another gift, or I'll just regift the things that I don't like out of the bucket that I got.
Regifter.
They want to keep all that crap, and then we have to go buy other stuff. It's just a job. It's just a job with more money, and I'm already spending money on all these costumes and candy for the little brats I don't want to give it to anyway. So I don't enjoy it, even if it is a nice gesture, because I feel like you're just getting asked to give somebody else a gift, and you weren't supposed to know who gave it to you, but I know the people on my block, and I know the ones that do that kind of stuff. And so, are they asking for a gift back because I'm not supposed to know it's from them? And are they judging me if I don't do it? It's just stressful. I don't like it. Just leave us alone and just let us make it through this season. All right. Have a great day. We'll go pop.
Jen is going through something.
But I bet that was a big weight lifted off her shoulders.
She's really going through it right now.
There's a safe space.
Speaking of Apple TV, which I mentioned a moment ago, I do want to scream at them because everybody's doing this right now. They're squeezing us so hard. I can't take it anymore. Apple TV Plus is raising their price from $6.99 to $9.99. So I think in the last 6 months, you've had Peacock, Hulu, Apple TV Plus, you've had Netflix, you've had like every major provider. Oh, Disney Plus just hit me up. I don't even know if we use that channel enough, but they're like, hey, by the way, your yearly renewal is $129, Sean. And I'm like, Jesus, man. Every place that can increase the price on you is doing it right now. And they seem pretty shameless about it. Like, nobody seems to be that worried. So it's going up from $6.99 to $9.99. And then Apple
I can't
Arcade.
afford this anymore. I have to start watching just antenna TV at this point.
Because it used to be that your cable bill would go up and you'd be like, all right, fine, the cable bill went up. But now it's like if you have cable and every channel raises the price and we're like, oh, yeah, MTV bill went up and, VH1 bill went up and Comedy Central bill went up. That's where we're at with this now. And Apple Arcade, which, again, I don't know if anybody in the world is using this. I assume at least some dodos are. Went from $16.95 a month to $19.95 a month for its individual package. And the family package went from $32.95 to $37.95. Everybody is hiking it up and making things as expensive as they can. Hulu like doubled things. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. And are you dumping any services as a result of this? I'd love to hear your answer. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. We are back in just a second with a couple of stories that we really need to get into, including somebody who had a home intruder visit them and things went crazy. Plus, should you be saving a particular thing from your childhood, or is that too, well, childish? We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the low mid-80s, so another warm one, mix of sun and clouds, but we are monitoring a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two, mainly close to our coastal communities. It will be another breezy day out of the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we stay warm and actually drying out as we head into your weather weekend before the chance for showers arrives by early next week.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer. Seems like COVID's everywhere again, but there's good news from Pfizer. This season's updated COVID-19 shots are now available for ages 6 months and up, and they're designed to better protect against recent variants. Ask your pharmacist or doctor and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I want you to do something fun for yourself and for your loved ones this week, and that is take them to Primrose Lanes. This is the best food I've had in a long time. It's a menu that will get you excited, and I challenge you, go to primroselanes.com right now and look at their menu. And this weekend, you are insane. If you don't go on either Saturday or Sunday, go a little earlier and get the breakfast sandwich at Primrose Lane. Best breakfast item I've ever had in my life, I think. That thing was, I wanted 6 more of them after I was done. It was absolutely delicious. This is Orlando's newest entertainment destination. It's a fantastic restaurant, a bar with some of the best cocktails you've had in your life, a big entertainment room where you can watch all the latest sports that are going on, and also the Primrose Bowling Lanes with state-of-the-art equipment. And they've also restored the original lanes from this location. So reserve your lane today. It's easy to park there, and they've got their own parking lot. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, which is really nice. Go visit them online at primroselanes.com.
It's Ice Spice season, and what are you waiting for? Dunkin' is entering the charts with a new hit, the Ice Spice Munchkins drink. This is the drink that everyone's been waiting for. Frozen coffee blended with pumpkins munchkins, plus caramel drizzle, whipped cream, and more caramel drizzle on top. Yes, please. Pop into your local Dunkin' or order on the app today. So it's time to get a head start on the Ice Spice season with the Ice Spice Munchkins drink. America runs on Munchkins? Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Torres volley! What a goal! Fuck her!
Orlando City kicks off round 1 of the MLS Cup playoffs at Exploria Stadium as they take on Nashville SC on Monday, October 31st at 7 p.m., presented by Orlando Health. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Did you know Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute has more than 40 expert orthopedic physicians trained to care for every part of the body? And we are proud to open Florida's first dedicated orthopedic hospital in Orlando Health's downtown campus this fall. Learn more at orlandohealth.com/ortho. Orlando Health. Choose well.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's Best Home Security of 2023. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Fall is here, so I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. So don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval plus tax tag admin. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Orlando's best comedy club is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Afion Crockett on October 27th and 28th.
Because these young savages nowadays will record your knockout and put it on the internet in 20 seconds.
Tickets and showtimes online at improvorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers, and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 for email for open interviews.
13 Days of Halloween Penance. Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A wicked good time is waiting for you now. Inside the free iHeartRadio app, it's commercial-free Halloween radio. Plus dozens of other Halloween channels and playlists. Open the app and search Halloween. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is owning gold. The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza. It's freshly made, tastes great, and you can get it late. Right now, there's a $0 delivery fee when you order Wawa Pizza at Wawa.com or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassie's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Dispatches, which is how you join us on the show with your thoughts. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours. And there was this home intruder situation in California we got to talk about. It was absolutely crazy and frightening for the people involved, as you could imagine. But I saw a story from NBC today, and it had people going at it in the comments because that's what people do on any sort of social media posts. Like Paris Hilton's baby with a big weird head is just like screaming at each other. And
Instagram, Twitter,
how dare you? Why, how could you do this? And Courtney gets so deep into these things, and I have to tell her all the time, I'm like, do not post a comment. All right. You should not post a comment because she's very sensitive. And one time she decided, she's like, you know what? I got a photo that's pretty funny, and I'm going to post it on Reddit. And when she had posted a photo of her mom on like Old School Cool, and it did really well. Like it was like really successful, and she got all excited about it. And Old School Cool is where it's an old picture of somebody who looks pretty, and it was her mother. It was a photo of Courtney's mom, and it did well. But it's a very positive subreddit. And then she had this photo from Universal Studios, and she tried to post it in trashy, and things didn't go as well there. And she's like,
got to prepare for that. Yeah.
She just deletes it because she's like, oh my God, people are saying stuff. And I said, you're not built for this. I can handle this kind of stuff. Doing the show, we deal with this all the time. We're used to it. It just right off. It just bounces off.
Nothing phases me. I know exactly what comments are going to be attached to whatever pictures.
Yeah. At some point, you build up a little bit of a thicker skin, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we just face the fact that we have to deal with this crap. But they were all yelling at each other over this NBC article that was questioning whether you should save your childhood trophies when you're an adult. And I thought to myself, well, let's do an accounting here. Do I still have any trophies from when I was a child?
Did you get any trophies as a child?
I got a couple. I didn't have a huge amount. I had one for my fishing team, and it was weird because my fishing team trophy, it wasn't even because we won anything. It was just like, congratulations for being on the fishing team.
You didn't drown.
Yeah, you survived. Like, I survived the fishing team. Here you go. And participation trophy, for real, actually. And then I had a bunch for t-ball and baseball and soccer. Not that I was good, but I was just there at least. So I had those ones, and those are all gone. I've thrown all of those away. And one of the most, I guess adorable, whatever, things was after my dad died. That wasn't adorable. But my mom had passed before, and then my dad died really quickly within a couple of years. And after that happened, my sister and I went into their bedroom because we were getting the house ready to sell it. And we were going through like all the drawers and all the stuff they had. It's kind of awkward, actually, because there was a big drawer under my parents' bed. And when I opened the drawer, there's all these pictures of me and drawings that I did in school and certificates of whatever, all these various things that were accomplishments in life. There's my baby teeth were in there.
Ooh.
All these things are in this drawer. And then in the drawer next to it was a similar kind of thing for my little brother. And it had a bunch of stuff in there. And there wasn't a drawer for my sister. And it was like,
what about her teeth?
And I was like, maybe when we moved here, the ages were different or whatever. I know they loved my sister more than anything. Of course they did. But I didn't save any of that stuff. My parents did save a lot of it. But even when I got that kind of stuff from my parents, right in the trash. I don't care about baby teeth. I don't care about my drawing when I was 5 years old of a cloud and a guy on a bicycle or whatever. Not saving that anymore. I'm getting rid of all of it. And they are now arguing over whether or not you should save these because Chris Pratt shared an Instagram post. And in his house, I guess, you could see a whole lining of all of these different trophies that he has from when he was a kid. Like when he was, I guess he had some karate stuff and baseball and all of these things. So I want to know from everybody on the dispatch side, do you still keep those trophies from when you were a child, or is that absolutely gone now? Is it trash? Do you not keep it anymore? Let us know with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Before we go to those dispatches, quickly to this home intruder story. This must have been very scary. A Studio City, that's in Los Angeles, friend, they said a woman is describing the terror her family endured when she said a man broke into their home early Wednesday morning and threatened to kill them while hurling anti-Semitic insults. They said it happened around 5:20 in the morning. The victim, who is 9 months pregnant, Jesus, who needs the stress? They said the intruder first kicked in the door to their master bedroom. Husband gets up and starts fighting with this guy while she calls 911. He says, I'm going to kill you because you're Jewish. Israel kills people. The couple, they had 4 children at the home. And they said after struggling with the intruder for several minutes, the husband eventually forced him out of their home and into the backyard. Officers arrived and found him armed with a kitchen knife. He was taken into custody. He shouted "Free Palestine" and "Brown Lives Matter" as he was cuffed and placed in a police cruiser. Excuse me.
Wow.
Sorry about that. According to KTLA, a little
was that
burpee.
A sneeze burp?
I don't know what it was. It happened fast. Whatever it was, I couldn't control any of it. I said no property was taken, no injuries reported. They believe the intruder, Big Shock, may have been intoxicated. And she said maybe she had seen him before. And to be charitable here, what you very likely have is somebody who is mentally ill and just seeing things in the news and then using that as
which is terrifying.
Yeah, it is. And the fact that this feeds into people who are like that is really, really an unfortunate side effect. And there are genuinely people who are fired up by what they see happening with these world conflicts, and they just want to hurt a stranger. I don't understand it. I saw a video yesterday of some guy in New York shouting at somebody. He's like, "Are you a Jew?" And he just starts shouting at the people. And you're, what? This is a random stranger on the street. What are you doing? I don't understand.
That America.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It's just really sad to see. Okay, we're going to go over and check back in with you. I know you got some thoughts. Folks over on chat, I think there's some issues with the chat stream. Don't worry about that. It's okay. We'll get everybody's chat messages back in at some point. Let's see. Here is Seychelles. He says he canceled in his Netflix, I guess. All right.
Good afternoon, the News Junkie.
Hey.
Sean Pigman.
Hello.
And my lovely Sabrina. Sean.
Hola.
Just to let you know that I did drop Netflix about 4 months ago when they start asking me to justify my screens to them, and I told them I'm not gonna do it, so I canceled them right there and then. So I don't have Netflix. I just canceled Disney because of the price raise. I canceled Peacock because of that too.
So do you even watch
and I will
TV?
just keep going.
What do you got left?
I'll just watch over the air, or I'll get a breaker box and watch it that way.
A breaker box? I don't know what that is.
Breaker box?
What's that?
I don't know.
Is that like a way to illegally watch all this stuff?
Maybe cable. He's just saying cable, but
maybe.
they call it breaker box where he's from.
Well, they used to have this kind of stuff back in the day. I don't know if this exists anymore, but it used to even advertise for it in the newspaper, in like the classifieds.
What's a
where you could
newspaper?
Yeah, all these things aren't around anymore. And you could get like a little cable box that you would put in your house, and it would unscramble all the channels. I wanted one so bad as a kid, but it unscrambled all of the channels, including Playboy.
Yeah.
And so my dad was like, we're not getting that in this house. And I'm like, can't we make it so it just scrambles Playboy and then we get all the other channels? No, we're not doing that. You don't need to be seeing these channels. It was really, really rude. So I had to watch Playboy through the wavy lines. And every once in a while,
hot.
if you would watch it, the wavy lines would be going by. Every once in a while, boom, it would like lock into frame and you could see something. And you go, oh my God, I'm watching Playboy. Back to the wavy lines again. It was a tough life, honestly.
You just needed that small amount of time, though, I'm sure. As soon as it freeze frames,
let's go over to, let's see, Kenny's girl has a dispatch about the woman yesterday who was mother of the day. Oh.
Wow.
Hey, junkies.
Beautiful.
First dispatch.
It's a little windy.
Just
Couple chimes.
dispatching in reference to Sunny.
Ma'am, are you inside the wind chime? Are you like, is the wind blowing through the wind chime and you're like in the middle of the whole thing?
I think it should add like a third sound to it because we have the wind chimes, the actual wind. Let's get a dog in there, lawnmower, if you can.
Might as well. It's louder than she is.
Who named
sweet,
her
though.
children Aryan and Nation. You didn't even cover the fact her last name is White.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
I mean, I said what her name was, so that included her last name. But yeah, I was more concerned with the fact that Aryan and Nation were her kids' names and how messed up that was and how insane people are. Oh, what a world to live in. When we come back, we've got your dispatches to look forward to, I think. And the majority of people who responded to a survey said they would be okay with this. And I am very frightened for our future. This is a shocking one. We're going to get to this in just a moment. Twitch chat is all on you during this break. So don't let us down.
Good luck.
Keep the conversation going over there. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special tonight when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Buffalo to face the Bills. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We have a bit of commotion on State Road 423 this afternoon. Expect delays on Lee Road southbound between Anderson Street and I-4. All lanes are blocked. The off-ramp left lane is blocked from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway. And on John Young Parkway, the right lane is blocked approaching I-4. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Hey, if you're thinking of getting the latest iPhone, you need to stop and check out the wireless offer from Boost Infinite. For more, just pick up your phone and dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and Boost Infinite. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text message from this station's network.
Hey, if you're in law enforcement, maybe you're a firefighter or EMT, doctors, nurses, teachers, active duty military, and veterans, and you happen to be looking to upgrade your driving situation, Nations Trucks has got your back with their Hometown Heroes program. First off, with approved credit, you're making no payments for 90 days. Plus, you can finance your next truck for up to 75 months, and you're going to get a lower 48-month interest rate. So start saving money and start driving the truck that you deserve today. Check out the amazing selection of trucks at nationstrucks.com and tell them Celine from the News Junkies sent you.
Here's your chance to take part in a night of inspiration, benefiting New Hope for Kids, helping our younger community deal with grief and loss. Jim Colbert will MC the 22nd annual Art of the Vine, Friday, October 27th. This special event will include an evening of fine wines, food, and culture, plus silent and live auctions and a chance to win a new BMW. For more information, go to realradio.fm/events and click on Art of the Vine.
Support Pink at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. For breast cancer awareness, we're donating $25 for every new Nissan sold this month. Plus, buy today and pay 6 months later. And 0% APR financing is here for a limited time. At Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Florida. This is Pete from Repipe Specialists, Florida's #1 repipe expert, and I'm here with some important news. If pipes in your home are polybutylene, they're no longer an approved home water piping system. These inferior pipes create incredible damage, causing homeowner insurance policies to be canceled, leaving you with no other option but to repipe your home completely. And this extends to new policies as well. Floridians, if your pipes are polybutylene, call us today at 844-REPIPE-5 to schedule your free in-home estimate. That's 844-REPIPE-5. With over 60,000 complete home repipes and thousands of 5-star reviews, we'll expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. And our work is guaranteed for life. Plus, call 844-REPIPE-5 now, and for a limited time, you can save 20% and get 0 interest financing for 12 months on approved credit. If you live in Orlando, Tampa, or the surrounding area, you'll want to call us, Repipe Specialists, at 844-REPIPE-5, or go to repipe.com now.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard, and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
When the going gets tough, Ram trucks keep you going. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Power Days. Ram, built to serve. During Ram Power Days, current vehicle owners or lessees get $8,980 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Don't miss this great offer. See your local Ram dealer today. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level B package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery from dealer stock by 10/31.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. GRAND. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
In just a moment, you can join us on the show by recording one over at thenewsjunkie.com. And we find ourselves very close to Halloween. Spooky season is now. And because it's Halloween, there's a bunch of different stories out about this. And I was kind of surprised by this. I honestly don't know if I believe people when they say this, but they said they talked to over 1,000 potential home buyers. And the majority of them said they were okay with living in a house that was deemed haunted.
Oh.
And even more weird, 29% of them said they would actually be more excited to live in a house deemed haunted.
Okay.
I believe that.
Than a house not haunted. Why? What's
100% of those people have never experienced a haunted house before.
You're right. Why would you want that?
No. What if it's a mean ghost? What if it's actually miserable to live there, and then you have a 30-year mortgage payment?
I don't want a noise or any like weird creaking sounds. I don't want any of that stuff. I guess people aren't really that scared of these things. And it said 29% of respondents would be more likely to scoop up a place if it was said to be haunted. These folks haven't watched enough scary movies. Here's why, all right? Every scary movie that I've ever seen, have you ever seen a haunted house that was like a beautiful house? The haunted house is always falling apart, and it's rickety and old.
It's a fixer-upper, dude.
Yes, because new houses don't get ghosts. Old houses get ghosts. It's like the house from It or any of these scary kind of movies is always an old, spooky-looking house that you don't want to go into to begin with.
Okay, but then you take the house from Casper, and though it started off pretty dusty and nasty, it ended up being a beautiful home after some refurbishing.
Yeah, it needs a little work,
and one friendly ghost.
Before you get to that point.
Is the Beetlejuice house technically haunted? Because that one was pretty nice.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be haunted. I got a couple haunted houses on my street, too. There's a couple. There's one handful of houses down where the front door is just open. It's just the front door is open.
So the ghosts can get in
Yeah, the ghosts can get in and out of the house. No problems there. Nobody's living in the thing as far as I could tell, but it's...
No one in this universe.
Those 29% of people seem real eager to move on into that house.
They just want to see if they can control the ghosts to do their bidding.
It could be that. I have a question for everybody.
Oh, boy.
And this involves some... I'm not going to play the video, I guess.
Why?
Okay, because I want to see where you guys are at on this and where everybody stands on one big question to me, all right? And I don't even know what it says if you stand on either side of this issue, but let's go for it anyways. There's a woman who filmed a video, which is going viral, and she films this, and there's a coyote in the road.
Ow.
And just flash my laptop for a quick second there, Josh. And the coyote has a big boa constrictor around it.
All right, no more flashing.
Okay, and so the coyotes...
That's sad.
It was hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's going on, but there's a big... I mean, it must be a 12-foot snake that is surrounding this coyote. And the reason the woman filmed this was because she went and got a big, giant branch. And she starts hitting the snake. And she's hitting the snake over and over and over again to try to get the snake to release this coyote and to save the coyote from dying. And this is an interesting question, I think. What do you think the right thing is to do? Is the right thing to let nature go nature's way? Or is the right way to intervene and try to get this coyote to live more of a life by
I don't know, man.
Getting the snake off of it? I would never have intervened, not in this situation, because in your mind, what are you doing? You're going, oh, the poor coyote is dying. Well, the coyote may have massacred a whole bunch of other animals, and maybe the boa constrictor hasn't eaten in a month, right?
Can't play God, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Like, would you do something, though, if you saw an animal that another animal was about to kill it? Would you intervene, or you just let nature?
I mean, I could see myself intervening. Probably.
Yeah.
Just my natural reaction. I intervened. There was a cat fight going down in front of my house, and I had coffee in my hand. I could hear that they were about to attack each other, and I just ran over. I go, hey, that's enough. And they split, and we avoided a nasty altercation between two stray cats.
I thought you were going to say you threw the coffee on them.
I thought she was going that direction,
I gave them
too.
both third-degree burns and a lesson.
You ran out there and chastised them like they were little kids, and they stopped fighting?
I looked ridiculous. No
I think
bra,
that's fine,
coffee
though.
everywhere.
I think the cat fighting thing is different for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but I think it's fine to intervene there. I think it's also fine to intervene in circumstances like this. Let's say you see a big alligator right at the edge of a lake, and the alligator's nose and head is just protruding barely from the water. And you see, like, 10 yards away, a mother duck with all the little ducklings behind her. They're making their way to the same pond, and they're going to essentially march right into the mouth of this alligator.
Oh, God.
And if you go, oh, and you scare and they go another direction, and you stop the inevitable, somehow I think that's not as bad.
I think it depends on the animals.
Yeah, it depends on the animals involved. I don't know why it should, though.
Well, because coyotes kill everyone's dogs and cats for funsies.
Very true. Chi-Town Tweety says, if it's a dog, save it. If it's a coyote, nature's got a nature. Yeah, that matters, too, though. He's right. If it was somebody's pet, I would say 1,000%. Like, if Lady was with this constrictor around it, this snake on the road, I wouldn't go, well, nature's gonna nature.
Yeah.
I would be like,
Lady doesn't have the wherewithal to fight a giant snake like a coyote might have.
No, she's done for. She's dead 5 seconds in, I think. I wouldn't intervene if there were two wild animals. Maybe I should put that particular statement on what I'm saying here. My take is I would not intervene if they were totally wild animals and they were in the middle of a death battle.
Right.
And I could see the writing on the wall, because you're just choosing sides and you're like, I think the coyote's cuter. Let's keep the coyote alive. The boa constrictor, that thing can die. It doesn't need to eat anything right now. What do you think? Do you intervene when you see nature happening like that in front of you, or do you leave it alone? Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Speaking of dispatches, let's work in a couple here. Here is, we got a bunch of these. They're talking about the coyote snake situation. Roberto is joining us.
Yeah, with that coyote and the boa, you got to let nature take its course. Plus, that boa is probably doing a lot of other animals a favor with that coyote.
True.
Between the coyotes and hogs by us, I'm at least 1 or 2 a week. I'm picking them off. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
He's picking them off? He's killing the coyotes and the boars, he said, whatever he said.
All right.
You got to do your thing,
There's
man.
that.
I know on Next Door that all the time they're like, there's a coyote alert, and put the sirens up.
They started in like one neighborhood in Orlando, and now they're apparently everywhere in the metro area.
They're just dominating. They're taking over out there. Here's the drunken mailman saying, I would totally buy a haunted house.
Hey, News Junkies. Happy Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's Thursday. Anyway, you know something? If it was a nice house, but it was haunted, but you can get a great deal. Let's say it was for sale for, $250, but you could get it for like $180. I mean, go ahead, buy the house, man, because then you can afford to bring in priests or voodoo princesses, and you can do full exorcisms, and you can clean the house. You know, you can get rid of all the ghosts.
All right. Yeah, but the problem is if 29% of the people say they'd be more likely to buy the haunted house, you can raise the price, not lower the price. There's more people talking about the haunted house question. Here's Robert.
Hey, y'all. As a first-time home buyer, desperately searching at the moment, I'm all about a haunted house. If you want to compete for haunting space with the demons that I've been carrying around for 40 years, by all means, go ahead.
All right.
What have you seen and done?
Are you all right, man? Do we need to put you on a list of some sort?
Yeah, you could have gone another way with that dispatch where you just told us all the horrible things you've done. I'll listen to that.
Yeah.
Do we want to know that?
Dispatch again with all your war crimes in alphabetical
Yeah,
order.
what have you done? Here's Gagamuffin right here. Hello?
John?
There you are.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I understand
Good afternoon.
you letting
Good night.
the boa constrictor eat the coyote is nature.
Uh-huh.
But what if it was a dog?
It would be different.
Boa constrictor had.
That's why I put the addendum on my statement.
He said, or the peacock.
Put your seatbelt on, sir.
If it was the peacock, I would definitely not intervene.
I saw that thing this morning.
You saw it? It was by the front door.
Yeah, it was staring at me.
There are so many peacocks in my neighborhood. I hate them. I hate the peacocks. If a snake was coiling around one of the peacocks, I would pull up a chair and just
You're
watch
a sick man. You know that?
the events unfold. I would not intervene in that one for sure. I just watch it happen. Let's go to Sean. You suck. All right, let's see what you got.
Sean, Sabrina, Josh, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Good.
Hey, Sean, thanks for letting us know about that Talk to Me movie. It was pretty good. A little creepy, scary. It wasn't gory. I don't like them type of movies. It was good, though. And C-Lane, congratulations. If you're hearing it, I don't know if you are or not. Hopefully you have that Sharpie and put that mark somewhere where nobody knows but you. So don't kill your baby. Congratulations, man. See ya.
Immediately
Bye.
mark the baby. That's what you're supposed to do, according to The Office, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
I saw there was a story yesterday, and I guess it shows you that, all press isn't good press or isn't useful press, because they were running the numbers on Jada Pinkett Smith's book, and you cannot say that the book didn't get a lot of attention. There were so many stories about the things that she was saying in interviews.
It's all so much, man.
Hold on. Does the book cover this stuff? Or
Yeah, it's like the little
Okay.
teasers. Everyone's
Okay,
writing
right.
a damn book, too, by the way.
So the book is all about her life, I guess, and she goes out there and does these interviews, and there was so much coverage of this. Every news outlet you could think of was discussing Jada Pinkett Smith, and is she a terrible person? Is Will Smith a bad person? And on it goes. And everybody's arguing over this. But now they say her book may go down as one of the biggest flops in the history of book production. That's how they worded it here. They said the book failed to crack the top 75 books on Amazon despite the coverage it got. It's currently getting beat by Arnold Schwarzenegger's self-help book, Be Useful. That is out there. And nobody is anywhere near Britney Spears' book.
Oh, I can't wait.
That is doing very well out there. And John Stamos' John Stamos' book is number 36 on the charts right now. I've seen a bunch of people, though, not going to lie to you, on Discord, on Instagram, on different social media platforms who have posted the cover of the Britney Spears book. And I'm saying, hey, whatever she was doing got enough attention that people are buying this or getting the audiobook of Britney Spears' book. So it's working for her for sure. That is all panning out.
There was a guy in the chat yesterday that said he's lost sleep reading that book.
Okay, really?
Because it's apparently so riveting.
Yeah, I guess so. I saw somebody post the other day, and they were like, Britney Spears wrote this book and did this and did that. I'm like, Britney Spears didn't write this book. She sat
I
down
don't know.
with...
Some of the lines I feel like would be more from her voiose. Like,
Mostly
a
these celebrities
ghostwriter
don't
would
do this,
say,
though.
Are you sure you want to describe Justin Timberlake as pimp in here? And she said, yes, I do.
A ghostwriter works like this, and this is how like almost all these celebrities do this. Somebody sits down and interviews the person, and they ask them about all these questions, and it's over a series of, like, I don't know, maybe as many as 20 interviews, 15 interviews, and they keep hammering down things. And these ghostwriters are just prolific as hell. So they go, I'm going to take all the things that we talked about, and they distill it down into the book, and then bam, the book is out there. And with Britney Spears, you're going to get a good ghostwriter because she's famous, she's a big-ass name, and people are going to buy that book. So that one will get somebody who really knows what they're doing. Okay, we want to hear what is on your mind. And for you to join us on the show is super easy to do. All you have to do is go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and hit record on your first dispatch right now. We will be back in a moment. We got the next episode on the way. We've got a new album that's about to drop in a very bizarre way that we'll tell you about before too long. And a company is in big trouble for paying a settlement in a way that they weren't allowed to. What did they do? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Checking into the city, expect delays due to an accident on Cayley Street eastbound at I-4. All lanes are blocked on Lee Road between Anderson Street and I-4 due to an accident. And there's delays on the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway due to an accident. The left lane's blocked. The right lane is blocked on John Young Parkway southbound at I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza. It's freshly made, tastes great, and you can get it late. Right now, there's a $0 delivery fee when you order Wawa Pizza at Wawa.com or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa.
When it comes to shopping for a mortgage, it could be complicated. That process could be confusing and so frustrating that you don't want to do it, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You see, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker like Don, but you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you go to the website. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is so easy to navigate through. It is chock full of information for you. It has a beautiful button that says apply now. You fill out the application, and Don will get back to you typically the same day to let you know if you can get a better deal. So why not start the process today with an expert who's also part of the Real Radio family? Now, when it comes to mortgage brokers, they also do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders, and these are wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers. So why not start the process of refinancing or buying your first dream home by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
Ron White, live.
If your eyes go bad, you can have LASIK surgery and they can give you 20/20 vision. But let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid.
Friday, April 19th, Hard Rock Live Orlando. On sale Friday, October 27th, 10 a.m. at Hard Rock Live Box Office and Ticketmaster. Presented by Hard Rock Live Orlando. For mature audiences.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
I will take stressful situations for 500. This is one of the most stressful things you do. That is selling a quality pre-owned vehicle. That is correct. Autobuy pays the max for quality pre-owned cars, trucks and SUVs, even boats and motorcycles. Go to WePayTheMax.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic, rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 45% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plexico Burris take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. GRAND. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Let's give you an update on what's happening with the shooting in Maine. And, man, it's incredible to me that they still haven't caught this guy as of the show being live today. And maybe that later tonight they end up nabbing this guy. But as of now, he's out there and on the loose. And they said, here's what we know. We know that this happened in Maine. And we know that there are at least 16 people that have died. They said at least one suspect is still at large, and authorities have released images of a possible suspect, the guy that they think did this. The law enforcement was attempting to locate 40-year-old Robert Card as a person of interest in this case. This is why this is troublesome, because Robert Card had been trained as a firearms instructor at a U.S. Army Reserve training facility in Maine. So he knows his way around a gun. That's not great. The bulletin said Card had been committed to a mental health facility for 2 weeks in the summer of 2023, yet he still had a gun. Why? I don't know. We don't solve problems in this country. Somebody had been committed to a mental health facility who said that he was hearing voices, and the voices were telling him to shoot someplace up. And they said, all right, here you go. You get to keep the weapon. Businesses have been asked by law enforcement to lock down in the area, so the whole town where this occurred and neighboring towns are on lockdown. They identified 2 locations about 4 miles apart where the shootings took place. No idea why he targeted these 2 places. One of them was Spare Time Recreation, which is a bowling alley that was having a kids' night. The other one was Smenji's Bar and Grill in Lewiston, Maine. That's where this went down. They said everybody's on this, from states, state authorities, federal authorities, local authorities, all on this case. The governor, the president, everybody has been briefed about this. They have not confirmed if there's only one person they believe that was responsible for this or if there are multiple people. They've not confirmed if Robert Card is 1,000% the guy, though they issued an arrest warrant for him earlier today. So
pretty likely.
Yeah, it seems pretty likely that might be the case. Police have also not released a motive for the shooting at this time, and that may simply be something that escapes us, unless there's some sort of manifesto or something left behind. So that's what's going on with that, and as of now, at least, he is still on the run. And I've seen these, like, you know how they have the roadway signs where it tells you right lane ends soon, the big signs. Somebody's hacked them before and put the news junkie up on them. Oh, yeah. And we've had all kinds of stuff on these things where people have hacked them and put our show on. But this one says shelter in place, and it's what's up in this town, Lewiston, Maine, where a lot of the businesses, a lot of the schools, a lot of the places are scared that this guy is on the run and are closing down for the day as a result of it. So that's where we're at on that story. We'll keep our eyes on it as everything progresses. Over to your dispatches momentarily, but first, this is important because I think a lot of you want to do this secretly or not so secretly. A Colorado judge is mad at a welding company because the welding company lost in court and was ordered to pay $23,500 as a settlement with a subcontractor.
That's a lot of welding.
That's a whole lot of welding bucks right there. And they sent the money to pay up and pay this subcontractor, but they sent it in loose coins that weighed 3 tons, the total of it. So all change, $23,500.
I love when people do that.
3 tons of money. And you might go, well, money's money. They paid him off. No, the judge was pissed off about this.
They couldn't use the legal tender argument.
Or you might have to go to, what do they call it? Coinstar, the thing at the grocery store?
Yeah, they take a percentage, though.
Yes, they're going to lose some money out on it. They said the judge, Joseph Finley, ruled that the company acted maliciously and in bad faith by delivering a custom-made metal box containing the coins that was too heavy to be carried in the freight elevator at the offices for Fired Up Fabrications. So they were mad about this, and they made them fine a check, and they also made them pay an extra fine of $8,000 more.
Damn.
Teach you a lesson there. Don't pay in the coins. You can't do that. You get in trouble somehow.
Don't be petty.
And it's not because it's not legal tender. It's because you might make it more difficult for the person to actually get the money that was supposed to go to them. All right, let's see what we got here. You are joining us today, and we love you, and we appreciate you, and we want to hear from you. Here is Wangy with the dispatch.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
I was wondering if you saw that post on TikTok about a human chop shop.
What?
I guess if you search TikTok for human
Buddy, your
chop
algorithm
shop,
is
you'll
weird.
Video piece.
Yeah, I didn't
Pretty
see that.
bizarre.
It's
I don't want to believe it exists.
he only
either.
gets cartel videos. weirdly
Human
enough.
chop shop sounds a little too scary for me. Barista Brittany is popping in on the show. She says, hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Told you.
So I don't know if it's just because C-Lane laughs, ceiling laughs deeper, or what it is, or maybe he's not laughing, but I appreciate Josh being on this show and actually like either snorting or laughing or chuckling at all of Sabrina's little quips, because they are funny, and that's what I do. And
thank you.
It's good that Sabrina's getting some recognition. Because Sean
Oh, yes, because Sabrina doesn't get any recognition around here.
guys have a
Stop
great
making
day.
this about you. It's about me.
You're lavished with praise by these dispatchers.
But the dispatchers are great when you decide to play my praises. But I know what she's talking about. You guys don't laugh at everything. And sometimes people are in their cars laughing, but I can't hear it. There's a difference when Josh is in the studio. He makes me feel funny.
I laugh at everything that I find
My
funny.
loins.
I am not selective about my laughing. I want to be as free as I can with my laughing. I don't laugh very easily, I think, because my laugh sounds
You're
stupid.
dead inside.
No, I'm not dead inside.
That's part of it.
Yeah, I know you think that I'm dead inside, but I'm actually, an emotional...
Pretty alive.
In a coma inside.
I'm a human being. I'm alive. I have feelings, though people don't seem to think that sometimes. Val says, let nature be, when talking about the dog that was all wrapped up by that boa constrictor. Hello?
Hey, about the coyote, whatever. I say let nature be. Something else is going to happen to it. You save the coyote, and then something is going to happen to it along the way. So why intervene or put yourself in danger or in a situation? There's videos on Instagram that people save like a little bird or save something, and then as soon as they let them go free, something else comes and swoops them. I saw a
That
mouse.
video was hilarious, by the way. The video where the family rehabilitates a mouse. I think that's what she's talking about.
Teaching a lesson to their toddler.
The little kid is so happy that the mouse has survived, and they rehabilitated it, and they let it out of the front lawn, and a hawk comes by and just immediately
one swallow.
the kid's
It's
like,
gone.
what? What's happening now?
Got saved or freed or out into the yard, and then came a bird and grabbed it. So let it be. That's my opinion.
True. Let nature is always a good decision, I think. You know what? We'll save some of these other ones here for a little bit later on in the show, but let's find out what's coming up on the next episode.
What's coming up on the next episode? Sweaters around the world are celebrating today because Mom Spaghetti is now in a jar. A new study on sex in movies and TV shows has determined Gen Z, Gen Zucks, plus celebrities, they're just like us. If we made love to ghosts, all that and so much more, boo and goo, coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
See, I am funny.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the low mid-80s, so another warm one, mix of sun and clouds, but we are monitoring a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two, mainly close to our coastal communities. It will be another breezy day out of the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we stay warm and actually drying out as we head into your weather weekend before the chance for showers arrives by early next week.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Hey, Florida. This is Pete from Repipe Specialists, Florida's #1 repipe expert, and I'm here with some important news. If pipes in your home are polybutylene, they're no longer an approved home water piping system. These inferior pipes create incredible damage, causing homeowner insurance policies to be canceled, leaving you with no other option but to repipe your home completely. And this extends to new policies as well. Floridians, if your pipes are polybutylene, call us today at 844-REPIPE-5 to schedule your free in-home estimate. That's 844-REPIPE-5. With over 60,000 complete home repipes and thousands of 5-star reviews, we'll expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. And our work is guaranteed for life. Plus, call 844-REPIPE-5 now, and for a limited time, you can save 20% and get 0 interest financing for 12 months on approved credit. If you live in Orlando, Tampa, or the surrounding area, you'll want to call us, Repipe Specialists, at 844-REPIPE-5, or go to repipe.com now.
Orlando's best comedy club is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Afion Crockett on October 27th and 28th.
Because these young savages nowadays will record your knockout and put it on the internet in 20 seconds.
Tickets and showtimes online at improvorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 for email for open interviews.
Support Pink at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. For breast cancer awareness, we're donating $25 for every new Nissan sold this month. Plus, buy today and pay 6 months later. And 0% APR financing is here for a limited time. At Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time, because during a break-in, every second counts, and these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's Best Home Security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
HCA Florida Mount Dora Emergency, located near the intersection of U.S. Highway 441 and Eudora Road, is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And if you missed any of the show today, we just can't have that. So we want you to go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you can subscribe to the podcast. All the links that you may need right there waiting for you at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Cost you tiny toilet.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey. smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps you found the home that's haunted.
Ooh.
That Mortgage Guy Don's going to help you get the process started in a very easy way. Go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz. It was a mere 39 years ago, 1984. This movie right here hit theaters.
Terminator.
Is it Terminator?
Yeah. I almost said get in the chopper, but I think that's a different movie, right?
I don't know if I've ever watched the whole movie.
I'm
Terminator.
a robot.
There's a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that I just they missed me. I didn't see them somehow.
But the best one, we all can agree, is Jingle All the Way.
Oh, okay. We went 3 different directions.
Try that again.
Sure did. Well, he used to say in the Terminator, I'll be back. And that's exactly what people are hoping the puppets say, because there has been a robbery and they are asking everyone to bolo. Be on the lookout.
Okay.
A U-Haul full of puppets from touring theater production stolen in a San Francisco hotel lot. There are
Why would
5.
somebody steal that?
No idea, but
Because puppets are fun.
I guess so.
they're looking for anyone with any information. It was 500 handcrafted puppets, among other items, stolen from a San Fran hotel parking lot. Hamid Ramianian, we'll call him Hamid R., creator and director of Persian puppet theater show Song of the North. See what they did there? Set surveillance cameras from a Comfort Inn show 2 men stealing the truck and all of its contents. And that is the amounting to the show's entire production. So if you had tickets to go see Song from the North, it's just people standing there wondering where their puppets are.
That is so frustrating, and I can't even imagine how they feel, because those things, you don't make that in a couple of minutes. Those things take a lot of work to create. And now if the person would just give it back, they can't really sell them, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I also think that they're very particular looking. So if you see them in a pawn shop, we can probably narrow down who stole them. But if you've got any tips, cops are saying you could leave them anonymously, no strings attached. Because puppets have strings. And this guy has a new dog.
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels is right.
Wow.
Nice work.
And
I
Brett
thought I got that
Michaels
wrong.
heard a story about a dog named Brett Michaels in
Okay.
Nebraska, and reportedly has reached out to adopt the animal because he's like, I'm a rock star with that name. I'm going to bring him home.
It makes sense. Rock of Love.
Now, what's actually really cool about this 6-year-old husky named Brett Michaels is that at the shelter that they found him, there were 3 kittens that were there as well, and 2 of them were doing well, but one of them had signs of flea anemia.
Ooh.
Flea anemia.
That sounds bad.
And the kitten was wobbly, weak, and lethargic. Been there. Which, according to the Humane Society, are symptoms of that disease. The kitten needed some blood, but transfusions are normally hard for cats because they don't have a universal type of blood. But guess who had... Holy cat. It's a cat.
That means that this animal had so many fleas on it that it was like taking out too much of his blood. That's terrible.
It's tiny, you know. But what's really cool is that they did the test, and Brett Michaels, the husky, had the same blood type as the dying kitten and saved its life.
Nice.
And when it became a hero, Brett Michaels like, well, I'm a hero rock star, so maybe I should adopt this dog. That's the same name as me. So I spent too much time on that story. This might shock you, but young people want less sex.
Yeah, I saw this. Is that because there's just so much of it out there now that it's not...
Because they're boring.
You think so?
Yeah. We want sex. Elder millennials deserve more sex on TV and in movies. But according to a UCLA study, members of Gen Z have grown tired of stereotypical, heteronormative storytelling that valorizes romantic and or sexual relationships, especially ones that are toxic. What a mouthful.
It's a lot.
But we want more mouthfuls. they're looking for more representations of friendship, boring, a core aspect of adolescence and social well-being. So
they want more stories with friends,
with platonic friendships.
I'm trying to think.
And I want
More like
friendships that bang each other. I knew you were going to say that.
More like Euphoria, am I right? Got him.
Pow.
How do we square that with what you just said? Euphoria was an incredibly popular show with that exact audience.
Lots of beans.
And that was a very sexualized show.
And then House of Usher had a very explicit sex scene as well, and it's the #1 show on Netflix right now.
Yeah, I keep hearing good stuff about this. It's now been like a couple of weeks of good reviews of that from me.
Now, we are just a couple days away from Halloween.
Ooh.
And you know, when it comes to celebrity Halloween costumes, there is one person who is #1 and continues to hold that place every single year. Who is it?
It's what's her name from Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum is right. If you can do me a solid and please pull up the picture of her as a worm from last year's Halloween. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. She did all of her interviews from the ground, and she was a worm. And it was a beautiful display of Halloween goodness.
We're not just talking about, she phones it in and throws a sheet over her. Like, the costumes are phenomenal. This is the worm one. This is like Hollywood level stuff.
Look at her face.
And the face in there is so
scary.
They're so good. Her costumes are like so far above everybody else.
Never forget. Well, she's here to give some advice. She recently posted a live stream on Amazon where she shared some of her shoppable Halloween must-haves. So if you want to get on her level, you probably won't because she's super rich, but here are some things that you can afford, and it goes a little something like this. Spiderwebs. $5.99, easy. 2 16-inch posable plastic skeletons. That'll put you back $15. How
bad.
about fake blood gel? $8.95. Just beware, you can't swallow it whole, or your poop's gonna look weird. 31-piece pumpkin carving kit. That's where I throw a flag on the field. I don't need 24 different pieces of tools to carve a pumpkin that will rot within 3 days.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Kind of over the pumpkin carving thing.
Is there something in there that makes your life easier than if you were just going to use like a kitchen knife to cut it out? Is it like a scooper or something?
Yeah, there's scoopers, maybe more of like a fine knife. But unless you're an artist, it's going to look crappy.
Also, the metal on those tools is so thin that it bends and breaks almost immediately.
Oh, great.
Body part gummies. They're also on the list here. Hanging cauldron serving bowls, fuzzy pumpkin slippers, skull mold mini cake pan, nest pumpkin, chai candle, and so much more. So happy Halloween shopping to everybody, and happy Halloween sexing to all these celebrities, because they're doing it, and they're doing it with ghosts. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
Somebody over at, I believe, New York Post. Yep. They gathered all of these stories of celebrities and their encounters sexually with ghosts.
But there's more than one celebrity who has said they had sex with a ghost.
Oh, there is. And let's see. We'll start with number 6 here. We have Dan Aykroyd banged a ghost. He said, somebody crawled in my bed with me once, and I thought I'm just going to roll over and snuggle up next to it. Maybe that guy was gay, said Dan Aykroyd. He wanted to have some fun. I'd be surprised if I was his type. So Dan Aykroyd had gay sex with a gay ghost.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard it here first.
Ghostbusters.
Coco Austin, Mrs. Ice-T, she said she was watching TV one time, sitting up on the couch wearing a nightie, and then felt her dress move up her leg, looked down, got freaked out. She pushed it down, kept watching TV, and then she could feel a guy breathing in her ear. So that was a sexual encounter that maybe she didn't want. Lucy Liu had sex with a ghost. Some sort of spirit came down from God knows where and made love to me. It was sheer bliss. She felt everything. So she liked
So she really had sex with a ghost.
She made love. She didn't have sex. She made love. Bobby Brown said, one night I woke up to the sensation of a woman on top of me. I looked up in the mirrors. I could actually see a white woman straddling me on the bed. It felt just like sex. I could not say this on the radio without getting a fine, but he felt everything. Anna Nicole Smith also had sex with a ghost a long time ago in Texas, and now she's a ghost having sex with people.
I was trying to figure out that
No,
joke.
that would be a corpse. And then Kesha, she doesn't know his name, but he was in my house and he just started caressing me. It was sexy time, but it wasn't like sex. So there you go.
Man.
All right.
I didn't
Feel
know
left
celebrities were ghost sexing it much more than the average population.
Well, it's like if you're the ghost, right? Who do you most want to have sex with?
The celebrity.
Probably not one of us.
Damn, good point.
Or Dan Aykroyd if you're a gay ghost.
He was
This
so hot back then.
celebrity was not having sex with this ghost in particular, and thank God, because Darius Rucker was visited by his grandmother's ghost one time.
Creepy.
And why not tell it on the Kelly Clarkson show? He was there, and she flat out asked if he believes in ghosts. And he said, as a matter of fact, I do. Without hesitating, he said yes. His roommate was Dean Felber, and back in college, he was also the bass player for Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't know if he was
nice.
blow or fish. He said, we got a bunch of beds from my house, and I had my grandmother's bed. My grandmother had died, and I woke up at 3 o'clock one morning. That's supposed to be the devil's hour. I look up at the edge of my bed, and boom, Grammy's sitting right there. I sit up, I wipe my eyes, and go, wow, end quote. She's still sitting there, and I get up, I run out of my bed, go into Dean's room, and was like, my grandmother's ghost is in my room. Can I sleep in your bed? And he said no.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah. So it
God
scared him
almighty.
only a little bit, and he lived to tell the tale, maybe even sing it. Up. He said, get out of my room and shut up, because your grandma's ghost, damn it, I missed my spot, because your grandma ghost is in your room. Very exciting. It's not a ghost. It's not sex with ghosts, but it is delicious. A spaghetti.
Eminem.
Mom spaghetti, to be exact.
They're still
Ready?
doing this?
Yeah, and at first it was a pop-up restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Turned into a permanent restaurant in Detroit called Mom Spaghetti. And now he's selling Mom Spaghetti in jars.
Wow.
Website is live, and you can sign up for the first access to the sauce and future Mom Spaghetti updates. So you just get the sauce and get spaghetti?
I'm trying
I
to
would
see
like
here
it
if I
like
can find it.
SpaghettiO style, like ready to
Yeah.
go. It comes with the sweater.
Momspaghetti.com. And it says dropping soon. It's not out there yet.
Drop?
I think no, I don't know. It looks like it is just the sauce.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be a mess to clean up.
Oh, they sell the pasta in like a box. I would try this. It looks kind of cool.
You want that for your birthday?
It's probably going to be cold by the time it gets here, I think.
All right, fine. On the boob tube, which, by the way, this coming up weekend is the Real Radio Halloween Comedy Gambling Cruise. Go to realradio.fm/victory. Tickets are almost sold out, and you're going to miss out on some gambling and Halloween fun. So be sure to grab your ticket. And should you be in the Orlando area, sorry, Rochester, and sorry, Texas, but DJ Sabs is making her second debut over at Primrose Lanes if you would like to join. So, oh, yeah. And that starts at 10 tomorrow. I'll post about it on my Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. On the boob tube, The Golden Bachelor on ABC. We got Football Baby, the Bills, and the Buccaneers. Second season premiere of Son of a Critch.
Was that a spooky America? I don't know if I could do that to any
Or the
other word than
B-52s.
spooky, because spooky, like spooky. But if you library, it's,
Spaghetti.
it's all a little harder for some reason. Okay, when we come back, we've got you joining us on the show with your dispatches, and a new album is going to drop at the most bizarre of locations. Where? Wait till you hear this. Is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic.
is just minutes away. And brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com. Travel with caution and expect heavy delays due to an accident on Lee Road at I-4. The off-ramp left lane is blocked due to an accident from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway, and the right lane is blocked on John Young Parkway southbound between Columbia Street and I-4. Traveling on Colonial Drive, you could expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This is Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Bet Online.
The last of the major sports leagues tips off this week, and Bet Online is your top spot for all your basketball action this season. With baseball postseason, football, and hockey in full swing, Bet Online is your #1 source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions. Bet Online, where the game starts.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday magic.
This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. Over 30 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier, factory authorized dealer, turn to the experts. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Selling your car doesn't have to be difficult. This is easy. Do you want the most money for your vehicle? Of course you do. And a hassle-free process? That's GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and thousands of online reviews. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Once you get the meat and cheese for your sub freshly sliced right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to dial-up internet. Ugh. Am I connecting to space to order Jersey Mike's? Any day now. Okay, it's about to connect. What? Who picked up the phone? Nope. There's no going back once you see it freshly sliced at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Fall is here, and I'm running out of year. So I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. It's the biggest car party in the world, and the most fun way to buy a nice new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm gonna liven up my sales, so I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Come to my car garden and pick out any nicer, newer car you want, and get $7,775 over appraised value based on the car you choose. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. And all RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Past credit problems are the worst, but don't feel like a wiener. I'm going to help you get approved and even lower your current car payment. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles to choose from, so don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Dealer retains all incentives. Vehicle purchase price affects discount.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Fall is here, and with cooler weather on the horizon, you got to make sure to stop by Tools Ace Hardware to get everything you need to entertain your family outdoors, whether it's a new grill, fire pit, or patio furniture. Everybody knows Tools Ace Hardware has the best brands in grills: Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, and Traeger, and they're also carrying pizza ovens from Uni, Gosney, and Halo. These guys are the best, man. They have the widest selection of fire pits, including Solo Stove, as well as firewood and propane patio heaters. Tools Ace Hardware only carries the premium brands like Polywood outdoor furniture, made from extremely durable recycled plastic that will last for years and will not fade. Get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or patio furniture purchase $3.99 and up. Tools Ace Hardware, 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Get that free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
During Jeep Adventure Days, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep Grand vehicles. 10 or 15% below MSRP, depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator, Grand Cherokee Laredo, and Compass. Excludes Sport. 15% below excludes MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude, Grand Cherokee L, excludes Laredo, and Grand Cherokee excludes 4xE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 1031. Jeep is a registered trademark.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's Ice Spice season. Dunkin' is entering the charts with a new hit, the Ice Spiced Munchkin Drinks. Frozen coffee blended with pumpkin munchkins plus caramel drizzle, whipped cream, and more caramel drizzle on top. Yes, please.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com. In Melbourne on Wickham Road, it's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
Ashley Banfield and Chris Cuomo on America's fastest growing cable news network, News Nation.
The viewer seems to have been lost in the shuffle of cable news lately. They don't want a team sport. They want the full picture.
The appetite is greater than it has ever been for perspective, for understanding, and for information that they can not just trust, but use.
See why more people are turning to News Nation, news for all America. To find News Nation on your screen, go to joinnn.com.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 45% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
People are winning every single day. Regular people are winning every day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
It's just a fun atmosphere. The pool, the spa, the gaming, the food, the shopping. I came one night, hit the double downs, had a couple of good runs, and won about $300,000.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
We'll get into this album that is dropping at a very, very bizarre location in just a moment. But let me remind you, time is ticking for you and your Fickle Beast X-Ray T-shirts. We want to put one on you. We want one on your skin. We want you to be wearing this, and I think you're going to absolutely love it. The hoodies are maybe my favorite piece of merch we've ever done. I think they really, really came out great. And this is the first shirt ever to have a smaller design on the front and the big graphical design on the back. It comes in white or black, and they all come with a magnet for Game of Magnets. or they also come with a sticker, I should say. And the black is outselling the white by a lot. You guys, people don't like white shirts nearly as much, as I said the other day.
Oh, it shows Josh's nipples.
It does. You have to stick right out of there.
That's the exact reason.
The front of the hoodie has the smaller design on it and the larger design on the back, and it's like an X-ray shot of the fickle beast. It is a fantastic piece of artwork by our designer, Charlie Layton, who has worked with some of the biggest names out there. And you should check it out. If you want to support the show, if you listen to the show for a very long time, and you also want to get some really cool merch, you can go over to getskywall.com. But they're over halfway sold out, actually a little bit beyond that now, and it's not going to last a whole lot longer. So now's the time to do it. Take a moment, go on your phone, go on your laptop, and go to getskywall.com and get those while you can before the window closes very soon. All right, let's talk about this album. Oh, have you guys seen yet? I can't play it because there's some curse words in it. But they released the trailer for the Squid Games reality show on Netflix.
Ooh, no.
And it looks pretty damn cool. Like
Cursing up a storm?
I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is cool. We should talk about this on the show. But then some lady's like, holy ass, and just the curses in the middle of the trailer.
Holy squid.
She said something else. And I'm looking at this, and I know everybody watched, or a lot of people watched the Mr. Beast Squid Games video where he tried to recreate all this stuff, and he did a great job. But they straight up did it. Like, it is exactly like it looks in the movie. And it's really, really interesting how they pulled this off.
I wonder how they're going to treat the part where they kill people.
I've seen some of how they're doing this. And so, you know, the red light, green light one with like the big doll, the big character. And when it says green light, you can run. When it says red light, you have to stop. And if it catches you off guard, you're out of it. They put squibs. You know what a squib is? Like a blood squib?
Yeah.
They put those on all the contestants, and the moment that they screw up, they hit it, and it's like boom, and blood just flies absolutely everywhere for a cool effect as you get, voted out of the game, essentially. But yeah, it looks really cool. If you can check that out today, go over on YouTube and just look for the Squid Games trailer, because that's coming out, I think, in a bit on Netflix. And they have the thing they show, like, the big fish bowl up in the air full of all the cash that's up for grabs. Oh, my God.
How fun. I just watched that series for the first time.
Oh, did you really?
A month ago. Yeah.
You hadn't seen Squid Games when it came out? I thought you watched it.
No, I don't know why I put it off for so long, and it is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was very cool. Yeah, it's like dark, but
that old man was driving me nuts.
That old guy turned out to be a creeper too.
Yeah, he's in jail for no, in real life he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
I forgot
in
about
real
that.
life, like there was some lady who was like being nice to him and helping him walk along a pond or something, and he got all grabby with her.
Yeah, don't be nice to the evil guy from the TV show.
Turns out he's got a little evil in him, I guess.
Well, it turns out some people are pissed about this show.
Oh, the reality version?
Yeah, I'm just seeing on Daily Mail that Netflix viewers are slamming it for being ignorant and tone deaf.
Yeah. I mean,
at what part?
The thing that's tone deaf, and it is tone deaf, is the point of the Squid Game movie is like, this is what terrible late stage capitalism can look like, where people who are in such debt will risk killing themselves or being killed on a reality show for a bunch of rich people that are going to watch this on a live stream, right? And you go, okay, yeah, I get that. But then they go, well, this was so popular, let's really actually do it. The difference is, though, they're not killing anybody for real. It's just a game show. But I guess all the people do have issues, just like people in the real Squid Game, Or I say real, but in the show Squid Game, those folks had issues, and so do people in real life, with medical debt, with student debt, with all kinds of other debt they've built up over the course of their life. It's a huge problem, but it looks cool, so I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. And you're rich, so it works out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Squid Games, the real one and the game show one. There is an album that is about to drop from Garth Brooks.
Oh, hey now.
Yeah, that's right. His new album, Time Traveler, is going to be sold exclusively at one location. Did anybody see this story already? Or no?
I did not.
Okay, what location do you think Garth Brooks' new album is going to be exclusively sold at?
His restaurant.
All right.
He has a restaurant, right? Doesn't he have one? Is it him? No, it's
seems
Toby
like
Keith, I think.
He seems like
Shelton has
he
one, too.
He could have a restaurant if he wanted to, but I don't know if he does. But it's not there. Not there.
I'm trying to look, like, is there something in his songs that indicate where he would do it?
I don't know if his songs mention this, but it's apropos. Like, you would go, oh, all right, I guess, you know.
A honky-tonk bar.
It's not at a honky-tonk bar.
Cracker Barrel.
It's not at Cracker Barrel, but that would have worked, too. Garth Brooks' new album, Time Traveler, will be sold exclusively at Bass Pro Shops. That's the place where they're going to sell this.
Get ready, Bass Pro Shops.
It said it will be on sale exclusively at Bass Pro Shops on November 7th. It's available for pre-order now. And Courtney's like, it's not going to be on Spotify? And I said, I guess not. She goes, not going to be on iHeartRadio? And I guess not.
Does anyone have a CD player anymore?
Yeah, you got to go to Bass Pro Shops and get a CD?
And a pound of dead squid.
This is the third and final release of the limited series. The previous two were released in 1998 and 2005. And they said there's a lot of different errors on this album, thus the name Time Traveler. And it will be at all these locations, all these Bass Pro Shops locations, if you're interested in getting the new Garth Brooks album.
I want to get mine at the Bass Pro Pyramid in whatever state that is.
That's the place to go. That's when you know you got the real version of that album.
Yeah, buddy.
We got a new Speaker of the House, everybody.
Right.
Mike Johnson is his name.
Woo.
After trying to get like 5 different people to be the Speaker of the House, somehow the Republicans worked through a guy, Mike Johnson, who I don't know much about.
Oh, yeah.
Other than the fact that Mike Johnson worked for this organization where I saw some of the flyers for this. Oh, my God. Let me see if I can bring this up. Give me a second here. But he worked for this organization that teaches history to kids. And in some of the pamphlets that they had, they seriously had the Ark, Noah's Ark, and they had dinosaurs on the Ark.
Where are they now?
I don't know where they ended up going. I'm trying to see if I can find the photos of this. But
Noah's Ark, that they're teaching that as part of history, like fact?
Yep. Noah's Ark, he wants this taught to kids. And on Noah's Ark in the brochures, I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of this. I had one before, but I don't see it now. They had a bunch of dinosaurs on the Ark.
Right.
That
makes sense.
The timeline doesn't hold up very well, but that's a thing. And I don't know. He has all kinds of. He seems pretty out there. The Republicans don't really have much of an identity right now. It's really, really weird to see. And Mike Johnson, I don't know if he's going to be able to shock them back into existence, but he's from Louisiana. He was first elected in 2016, so he hasn't been serving for that long. And now he is Speaker of the House. And some Trump fans seem to be very excited about this. We'll see how that goes for them. Okay, we'll go to a couple of dispatches in a moment. I did see a story that said catalytic converter thefts appear to be on the decline for the first time in several years.
Thank God.
Thank God, because this was happening to all sorts of people. And they're pretty expensive when you want to get them fixed. They said the average cost of repair is around $2,900. So far this year, State Farm alone has paid $41 million in payouts to their customers who had their catalytic converters stolen. And in the first half of 2023, there were around 14,500 claims. That's down from last year when there were 23,000 claims in total. And the craziest thing ever is 50% of the claims came from California. 50% of all of these thefts happened just in California.
Does that mean there's just a warehouse of catalytic converters waiting to be sold to the other states?
Yeah, they sell them to recyclers for anywhere from $25 to $300 for a standard vehicle. And if you have a hybrid, you have to be extremely careful because the hybrid ones are $1,400 for the catalytic converters.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
That's how much they get on those ones.
Can't put a lock on it or something? Are we getting back to the drawing board maybe so that they're not as easily stealable?
They're finally doing some stuff in California that I think might work. One thing is, if you're found in California with one or more catalytic converters that aren't currently attached to your car, it's a crime. So
this is my emotional support catalytic converter.
They said, now if you have one or more that isn't attached to your car and you can't prove like the reason why you have it, that is a crime. And the other thing is they're finally starting to do what I said and go after the recyclers who are buying these things. So We have an entire state where all these people are on edge. People are stealing their catalytic converters. The insurance companies are paying out $41 million. Everybody's having to pay out of pocket to get this stuff fixed. And you have people stealing them and then going to the recyclers, and the recyclers are like, oh, another catalytic converter. This must have been obtained legally. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Will you hand me that? And I shall hand you the money. And it's like, you guys are participating in crime here. So they're starting to crack down on that too. I'll give you an update in a bit on what's happening in Maine with the manhunt for this Robert Card guy.
Oh, my God. I don't know if you mentioned this before. He's a certified firearms instructor as well.
Yes, he's a certified firearms
that was
instructor.
Just military.
And when they released that, I said, oh, my God, that's going to make this even more scary because this guy, he knows his way around a weapon. Yeah. And we don't want that, obviously. Here are some of the new details. They said Schmenge's Bar and Grill was one of the targets. Name. It is in spare time recreation, resulting in over 20 lives lost, which is, they keep fluctuating on these numbers, but 20 lives lost here and 50 injured. They said, oh, my God, Jesus, man. I told you earlier at the bowling alley that it was like a kid's night or something.
Oh, no.
There was at the bar at the time a deaf cornhole tournament in session. Oh, God. At the place that he targeted. Jesus. They said 5 deaf individuals were fatally shot, 4 critically injured. Robert Card, 40, has been identified as the prime suspect, and an arrest warrant has been issued. They're scouring the region. All the businesses and stuff are shut down. They said, stay indoors and be vigilant here. It is the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. post the Uvalde school tragedy. And what else do they say? I'm trying to get all the details on him. He had been in an inpatient facility for hearing voices and voices that told him to shoot someplace up. He still had his weapon, obviously, and he had significant firearms training from the U.S. Army Reserve and is deemed armed and dangerous. That's the update on the main story. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you, and we'll get to a man who was just trying to protect his car, but he caused a whole lot of chaos. What did he do? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Plymouth-Sorrento Road, northbound at Kelly Park Road. Expect delays. There's heavy delays on Lee Road, eastbound at I-4 due to an accident. And authorities are clearing up that accident on the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway. You could expect congestion on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think. Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Connect with the Foundation Fighting Blindness. Visit fightingblindness.org/chapters.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
Support Pink at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. For breast cancer awareness, we're donating $25 for every new Nissan sold this month. Plus, buy today and pay 6 months later. And 0% APR financing is here for a limited time. At Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Stella Atois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at the Wilson in Celebration inside the Melia Celebration Hotel this Friday, October 26th from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, let's start with a Stella.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Not sure if you know this, but October is Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month. Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death here in the U.S. with a survival rate of 10% or less. We all know somebody's dealt with heart issues. Why not know in advance? Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan can allow you to look inside your body to know exactly what's going on. That way you and your primary care doctor can build a long-term healthcare plan to make sure you're around for years. It's easy with Life Imaging's free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements, but that is a $699 value. And while you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Do this. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and just say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Make that call and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Fall is here, and I'm running out of year. So I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. It's the biggest car party in the world and the most fun way to buy a nice new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm going to liven up my sales, so I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Come to my car garden and pick out any nicer, newer car you want and get $7,775 over appraised value based on the car you choose. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. And all RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Past credit problems are the worst, but don't feel like a wiener. I'm going to help you get approved and even lower your current car payment. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles to choose from, so don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Dealer retains all incentives. Vehicle purchase price affects discount.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going.
We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood,
Haley Cuoco on her Suzanne Summers connection.
I got to play her when we did the episode of 8 Simple Rules.
Plus, Tiffany Haddish's hip-hop mic drop.
My whole life I've been singing and dancing. I wanted to be on Star Search.
And some celebrity matchmaking.
Jason Momoa.
You can wear his scrunchie. Then he just announced a new Netflix comedy special. Mario goes a few rounds with rising superstar Matt Rife.
Yo, so Chappelle, tell me how that was.
Dude, just a dream come true.
Next Access Hollywood, tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
to be alive. There's a new device out there that I guess is really starting to become popular, and I wouldn't have thought this would have been a thing, but I guess it is. And it's called the Little Rooster. Has anybody heard about this just yet?
Is it a sex toy?
Hold on. I will send you both a link to this to show you what's going on. The Little Rooster is the name of this product.
Will I get in trouble opening this on my work laptop?
No.
You have a work laptop?
Actually, you might. You might. Hold on. Yeah, you may want to resist clicking this just if the boss is going to see that you'd gone to this link.
Mo, don't look.
But this is a device out there that I guess is catching on. It's a real thing.
Wow. I knew
it's an alarm clock vibrator that people are using.
Good morning, world. I'm down for that.
I mean, that's one way to start the day, I guess. But it gently starts to wake you from your slumber with the vibration that it has. And
okay, my God.
I mean,
this article is great.
The headline is something else.
The first sentence. I've fallen asleep with sex toys somewhere more than one occasion, but granted, I always wake up at some point and uncork myself.
Uncork is the most ridiculous word.
That's like a very unsexy way to describe it.
Yeah, true. And she goes through and reviews this thing. There's so much technology in this world now. And she says, wow, this is stunning. It's an alarm clock and it's a vibrator all at the same time. And Kolak says, does this help with morning anxiety? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I haven't used it yet.
A lot of things. Very, it gets your, how do I say this without getting fined?
It's a tough one.
It's a great way to wake up and work out.
Yeah, but it's pretty expensive. Here's the price tag on this thing at the Little Rooster store.
That's not that bad.
$123 is expensive. Is it not for that kind of item?
Not these days. If you want a quality item, you're going to pay upwards of that. Even more,
God.
like there's this one like #1 vibrator that's called the Rose or something like that. It's like $600.
What?
But everyone swears by it.
I swore that these things were like maybe $40 or $50. That's
Back
what
in the 90s, maybe.
It's like, does technology come that far?
Yeah, it did. How do you spell that word?
I guess so. Well, the Little Rooster, you might hear people talking about out there. It says "Wake Sexy," and pretty expensive.
Would this be weird to put on my Christmas wish list?
It might be.
I need a new alarm clock, you guys.
It says, meet the Little Rooster, the orgasm clock, vibrations that start gently, then increase automatically, wake slowly, sensually, pleasurably, feeling confident, it says. You're happy, you're aroused. Set the alarm and slip it in your panties. Because of the shape, you won't even notice it. Silent, rechargeable, snooze, play, 30 power levels. My Lord.
Let's go.
I thought it was just on or off. We've got 30 different power levels.
What a typical straight male response.
I mean, the ones that I've come in contact with didn't have that many features.
If you keep going down like this article, I don't have the sound on.
Yeah.
But someone put together a YouTube video, and it says, how comfortable is the Little Rooster alarm clock by using Kit Kats? And without the audio, I'm very confused on how those two correlate.
Like, how much does it vibrate by how does it break the Kit Kat?
Is it this TikTok thing that I'm seeing?
Oh, the TikTok is great, though.
That's
97.
It right there?
We're going to have flying cars. 2021. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a little bit below that. I guess it's comparing how big it is to a pack of Kit Kats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a YouTube
Here
video.
it is right here.
If you were wondering just how comfortable Little Rooster really feels, why not try the Kit Kat test? Nibble round 3 fingers of a 4-finger bar.
Buddy, just say how many inches it is.
Kit Kat test. Wow.
He takes a full Kit Kat and then
nibble around it.
He nibbles around it to make it the size of the Little Rooster alarm clock.
Now put it inside you and see how it melts.
What's he even going to say?
Bite the end off the 4th and wrap it all up in cling film.
All right. Okay, cool. You made one out of Kit
Chocolate
Kat.
Rooster into the front of your knickers, with the leg nestling between your thighs but outside your body. Then have a good roll around in bed. Once
I
you're
don't like this
satisfied
guy
that
at
Little Rooster
all.
stays in-
He's a
He
little
is
bit
not
weird.
equipped to give advice on this whatsoever.
I don't even understand what the Kit Kat would even do for you.
No.
Just a little nibble around 3.5 fingers.
Also, who calls them fingers?
Yeah, I don't.
The
I-
weird chubby guy living in his mom's basement making this video.
I call them
that's
bars. Aren't the individual ones bars too? Like,
No, it's a whole bar, and
Yeah.
if we're to believe the song, you break me off a piece.
a piece of the
that
bar.
Kit Kat
Okay,
bar.
yeah, that makes sense. Not a finger of a Kit Kat bar.
place and is virtually unnoticeable however much you toss and turn or cross your legs. Log on to littleroosterstore.com and enter a parallel universe where you love warnings.
This guy's creepy as hell.
Kind of sold.
I've never been drier in my life.
That's a snob nectar sounding guy.
What was the point of the Kit Kat
I don't
test?
understand at all.
Put a quarter by it, banana for size
Cork
or
yourself.
whatever. That's really, really strange. But now you know about it, and perhaps that will improve your day in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I want to tell you about a man in Tennessee who freaked everybody out. There were 911 calls coming in, and they said there's a bomb. There's a bomb on this car, in fact. And the guy is driving around, and people are panicking about this. I've got to try to bring this up. Hold on. Right here. All right. This guy's driving around. They keep dialing 911 when they see his car. He was in a school zone, and several 911 calls were made about 9:39 a.m. about this car at a First Watch restaurant. And they said, there's something wrong here. We got to get the cops out here. But when you look at the car, what this guy did was he did these like makeshift bumpers on all of his doors. And I guess he did this so that the car wouldn't get any scratches on it. And the people thought that he had made his car into a giant bomb. They said the car owner was standing there with other people as the bomb threat caused chaos. They said the owner of the vehicle made a makeshift rubber bumper on his car doors with wires to duct tape to prevent dents in the car. So nobody's going to dent your car, but it looks stupid as hell.
It does look like plastic explosives.
It does. It looks like C4 on the side of this guy's vehicle. So that's why they thought he was about to blow everything up. And he says, no. I just don't want to get any bumps on my door. That's like what my parents
Someone
did.
should go up to him and still make like a huge dent in his car for being an asshole.
My parents had the crappiest couch in our sunken living room that we never used except for Christmas presents. And this couch that was in there, they had the whole thing with that clear safety stuff around it, like plastic wrapping.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, if you're old, you don't get any stains on your furniture.
Yeah, like pee-pee.
And I was like, yeah, okay, good. So no stains on this cheap-ass furniture, but now we have to look at this, and it's ugly as hell, and you've ruined it. This is the same thing with this guy's car. You don't have any scratches on your door, but you look like a moron driving around with this stuff on your car. That's what he wanted to do, though, and people freaked out as a result. Let's go over to you. Let's see what you got with your dispatches. You've been pretty good today with the dispatches. I think we can keep that up.
You might have jinxed it just then.
Well, the momentum may die down here. Let's see. Here's Cooter Scooter with a dispatch.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Happy Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I truly don't even understand what we're doing anymore. If it's knowledge that somebody said that they're hearing voices to go shoot up a building or anything. The very first thing the entire world should do is grab that man and go confiscate everything in his entire possession, every last item. And I just don't understand how we didn't do that, but thanks, guys. Have a good day.
That is the frustrating thing about this and many other stories. When you hear that the guy who shot all these people in Maine, all the signs were there. So like so many times before, he was committed for a couple of weeks because he was hearing voices and the voices were telling him to shoot someplace up. And I guess, I don't know, maybe there's some other thing. Maybe they tried to take away his weapons. Maybe he hid this, but they didn't take this gun away from him. And that seems like something that even gun supporters, the most ardent of gun supporters, would probably agree, like, hey, that person needs to lose their weapons. I've talked about this before on the show, and I've said, here's how I would do this, were I to be in charge. If you get 5150 Baker acted, if you get institutionalized for whatever reason, you immediately lose all of your weapons. You lose your guns. And then they set up a nonpartisan board where after you're released and when you're getting things together, you can appeal that and you could try to get your weapons back and try to get the ability to have a firearm back, much like felons can get their right to vote back. And I think if that was done right, it would be very useful and it would be something good to do. But we don't do that. We just let people keep the guns, I guess. And at least in this case, that seems to be what happened. All right, over to Frostbite, talking about everything getting more expensive.
Good afternoon, you guys. Excuse me. You good, Sean? You had just mentioned that Apple TV is raising their rates, along with like Disney Plus, Netflix.
Everybody,
pretty much everybody across the board. It seems like they're raising the rates. I work out with P90X, which is under the Body, excuse me, Body BODI platform. And I just got the notification they're jumping from 99 to 179 a year.
Ooh, Jesus.
It's getting out of hand at this point. And as you guys had mentioned a few days ago as well, I'm putting my pirate hat back on and I wanted to give a recommendation to you guys.
Okay.
There's a website called soaptoday.rs. Soap like a bar of soap, the number 2 day like day and night.rs. Check them out. It's one of the best, if not the best websites I've come across when
Streaming
it comes to TV shows and movies. They are top notch. 720, 1080 resolution, no buffering. It's awesome. Also, if you have the physical like Apple TV thing, you can bring up stuff on your phone and just shoot it over to the TV and watch it like you would regularly watch something on Netflix or whatever.
Thank you, Frostbite. Appreciate the tips, the heads up. Folks, you're not supposed to do that, though, just for the record.
Yeah.
No, it's bad, super bad. Yeah. I have P90X, but it was just DVDs that are collecting dust in a drawer somewhere.
So I, of course, know all about this, but just for the listeners, what is P90X?
P90X is a series of workout tapes. It's supposed to be 90 days and some of the most intense workouts. And then you have a hot bod at the end of it. I made it through day one.
You pay almost $200 a year for that?
I don't remember how much I paid for it. It's like 15 years old.
It used to be like an infomercial thing that would come on at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and you would buy the whole set, and that was pretty much it. Now I assume they do like everything else and have a subscription service.
It's not like a protein powder or anything? It's just a thing that you watch?
It's just a workout program with a guy that yells at you through the TV.
He's so weird looking, too.
He's very intense.
Okay, we're going to get to more of you in just a second. I saw a story about something that's happening in, what state is this? In Pennsylvania. No, it's Pennsylvania.
Close.
And they said after a tarot reader got a write-up in a local paper, the police showed up and, knocking on the door of this tarot place. And they said there's a law from 1861 that makes reading tarot cards for people illegal in the state of Pennsylvania.
Oh, come on.
And so they tried to shut down this person's business because of this 1861 law.
Just one person?
And
there's so many tarot card readers in Pennsylvania, I imagine.
There's a ton of them. And the thing that doesn't make sense to me is like, why are the cops focused on this? You don't have enough problems in Pennsylvania? You got the tarot card readers that you're going to go after right now?
Oh, it's a gateway drug for more crimes.
Look, if somebody wants to go and pay money to a psychic or a tarot card reader, I don't believe in them, but I also believe it could be a form of entertainment. So if adults want to do that, I think they should be able to do that. If you have a law from the 1860s that you're using, ask yourself why you've decided to target these people.
How is that still in, how is it still a law?
I don't know.
Like they didn't go back to the books around maybe even 1960 and say, there's some of these that need to be adjusted.
And even if it is, you don't know, like, hey, maybe we should just not enforce this. Maybe this is an archaic law that doesn't really help us out at all. It says tarot readings are just one of the services the Metaphysical Store offers. That's the name of this place. But they said, if you keep doing this, you're going to be arrested. We'll arrest you if you read tarot cards to people. Lawrence, a self-described eclectic pagan, and a Hecatian witch, I'm probably saying that wrong.
Hecatian? I'm guessing.
Was unaware the law existed, but Pennsylvania is far from the only state to have prohibition from fortune telling. So there's a crackdown on you out there. They're going to get all of the tarot card readers, all the fortune tellers, and they're going to round you up. We want to hear from you. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, jury duty is on the way with some big updates on stories we got to talk about, including what went down at George Washington University. And we got a whole lot more for you before we wrap things up today. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders.
We'll start with football, where Week 8 of the NFL season kicks off tonight with the Buccaneers visiting Buffalo. Both teams coming off tough final-minute losses. Bucs guard Matt Filer won't play tonight due to a knee injury, and nose tackle Vita Vea will be a game-time decision. And over to hoops, and after routing Houston in their season opener at home, the Magic head out for a 4-game West Coast trip. They'll be in Portland. That one's tomorrow night. I'm Scott Davidson.
Love chicken tenders? Well, you are in luck, because Huey Magoo's is right here in your neighborhood. And with grilled, hand-breaded, and sauce tenders, Huey Magoo's has something for every chicken tender fan. Visit HueyMagoos.com to find a store near you.
Folks, we live in Central Florida. It's very important that your air conditioning works perfectly every single time you want it to. That's why I strongly suggest a call to Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Leon Mills has been leading this great company. That's a locally owned and operated company, a family owned and operated company. This is a company that you should support. And their techs are the best of the best. They can service any brand out there. Whatever's wrong with your AC, don't worry, you are in really good hands. Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That means they can get you up to a $1,275 check for rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I'm about to tell you a secret that'll make the insurance companies madder than a wet hen. Major insurance companies use a software called Colossus to tell them what the firm you hire is likely to settle your case for. Google it yourself. They know which law firms can lowball and take the last best offer, not us. Google our firm and see billions recovered from those very same insurance companies. They know who we are, and now you know it too. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's Best Home Security of 2023. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Orlando's best comedy club is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Afion Crockett on October 27th and 28th.
Because these young savages nowadays will record your knockout and put it on the internet in 20 seconds.
Tickets and showtimes online at improvorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions, line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 for email for open interviews.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
A wicked good time is waiting for you now inside the free iHeartRadio app. It's commercial-free Halloween radio. Plus dozens of other Halloween channels and playlists. Open the app and search Halloween. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Connect with the Foundation Fighting Blindness. Visit fightingblindness.org/chapters.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Radio.
Jury duty in just a moment. And in jury duty, an update on sports betting apps and whether they're legal or not, which could be very, very interesting for some of us. I saw it was crazy yesterday. Excuse me. It was at George Washington University. They were having this, Palestine activists were having this protest against the Israeli bombing of Gaza at this school, George Washington University. And the people were gathering around and chanting all the slogans that they chant, and they were going nuts. And there was a whole bunch of Jews that were in the library. And I guess the Palestinian activists heard on this George Washington University campus that they were in the library. And they went up to the library and they had to lock the door of the library with the Jews inside. And they were pounding on the door of the library, chanting all this stuff, trying to get into the Jewish students. And then one of the things that just blew my mind, the head of the library, the librarian, comes over and says to these Jewish students,
"Quiet down, it's a library."
She would have been better off to shush them. That would have been a much better move than this. The librarian comes over and goes, sorry this is happening. We want to try to keep you safe in here. would you like to go hide in the attic? Because there's like an attic attached to the library at this school, and obviously that brings some things to mind when you think about that, very Anne Frank style. And holy cow, man, they got to turn the temperature down on this stuff. But I told you when this all started, I was like, you want to see people get crazy? This is the thing that gets people more hyped than any story about a pit bull or whether weed should be legal or abortion or any number of other things. This is the one that gets people fired up the most, and it's only going to get worse, unfortunately. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Love Mo, and you're going to enjoy going to him with your case, and the process is a breeze. If you get into an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there. Something happens to you, get into a slip and fall to a theme park or a store or something. Lots of places will take your case. Well, you want the place to take your case where they're going to hear you out and learn what's going on and talk to you like a human being and not just like a number as they try to settle as fast as they can. Mo does that, and he helps people out just like you every single day. So reach out, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. There was a very weird situation in the state of Florida, not that long ago. I don't know when it was, actually. But other states have different rules on gambling. And in Florida, all of a sudden, there was an app that went out, and it was, I think it was the Hard Rock app.
I thought so, yeah. Didn't you do it?
Yeah, I downloaded the app immediately.
I did too.
And they go, you can bet now. You can just bet on sports. And I go, this is cool.
This is awesome.
Check it out. And I don't even watch much sports, but I'm betting on sports. I'm like, this is fun. I could see a game on at the bar and like put a second half bet in and make it a little more entertaining and exciting. And I said, that was cool. They gave it to us for like a week or something. And then boom, gone. No,
Did they
you can't
take
do
your
this
money
anymore.
too, though?
They, I don't know what happened to the money that was caught up in
you
there.
were able to cash out before they got rid of the app.
Yeah, and then just totally disappeared. Now they said in a victory for the Seminole tribe and the state and federal governments, the U.S. Supreme Court Wednesday lifted a temporary hold on a lower court's decision in favor of online sports betting.
Ooh.
This summer, the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a gambling compact between the state of Florida and the Seminole tribe that allowed online sports betting as long as the servers were on tribal land, they said. Parimutuel companies like West Flagler Associates and Bonita Fort Myers Corporation sued the U.S. Interior Department. These are like the poker places and dog tracks and those kind of spots. The company said the U.S. Interior Department should have blocked the compact under Indian Gaming Regulatory Act issues. The appeals court disagreed, and now they're saying this may be a go. It's not over just yet, but we'll see. The companies are also suing the state in the Florida Supreme Court, saying the compact violates a 2018 constitutional amendment requiring voter approval of casino gambling in Florida. So this is an interesting thing about how law works. And it's sort of like, what's the whole, I'm just a bill, Schoolhouse Rock? Schoolhouse Rock version of this stuff, where you see that there's somebody going after the casinos and making it so they can't have sports gambling in the state of Florida. And you think it's somebody who thinks that should be illegal. No, it's actually their competitors. It's these parimutuel places that want them out of business or don't want them to be able to do this because it threatens them.
Shocking.
And it's like being used as a business tactic to shut down something when I feel like most people don't care so much about sports betting anymore.
Give me back my betting rights.
I know. I want to do it. I'm fine with it. And I think people can make adult decisions themselves.
Yeah.
But right now, we can't do anything new, but it looks like it's going to be coming back in due time. All right, when we return, we're going to hear from you. Your dispatch is lined up and ready to go next. Don't forget, the window is closing on your opportunity to get the latest merch drop, which is called Fickle Beast X-Ray, and it's available at getskywall.com. Support the show. If you've never bought a shirt before, or never purchased a shirt before, or never bought a shirt before, you could do it now at getskywall.com. Plus, a mountain lion attacks a woman, and we're going to learn how we can protect ourselves if that ever happened to us. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special tonight when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Buffalo to face the Bills. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, they specialize in one-of-a-kind custom-designed jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Traveling on I-4, expect delays westbound between the Beach Line and State Road 535. Slowdowns through the city between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up that accident on the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway. It's causing delays on John Young Parkway southbound between Columbia Street and I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Wherever you are in life, Rasmussen University offers the flexibility and support you need to earn your associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree on campus or online nationally at any time. Start now at rasmussen.edu.
Are you a 200-pound ninja in a 5-pound ninja costume? No judgment here. Fort French returns, an hour-long special. Get spooky at 9 p.m. Halloween night on Real Radio 104.1.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's best home security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Fall is here, and I'm running out of year. So I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. It's the biggest car party in the world and the most fun way to buy a nice new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm going to liven up my sales. So I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Come to my car garden and pick out any nicer, newer car you want and get $7,775 over appraised value based on the car you choose. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. And all RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Past credit problems are the worst, but don't feel like a wiener. I'm going to help you get approved and even lower your current car payment. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles to choose from, so don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Dealer retains all incentives. Vehicle purchase price affects discount.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
November 4th at Mount Dora Music Hall, it's Kiss Alive, the ultimate Kiss tribute band, playing the iconic 1975 album Alive in its entirety, along with several classic cuts. Special guest Kaminar, a high-energy progressive rock band. Doors open at 6 p.m. For tickets and info, go to realradio.fm. It's Kiss Alive, the ultimate Kiss tribute band at Mount Dora Music Hall, November 4th. Go to realradio.fm now.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is owning gold. The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Snap, the latest Secret Shows subscriber. Appreciate you jumping on board. You can learn more about Secret Shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're going to learn more about how we can protect ourselves if a mountain lion attacks us in just a moment. But I wanted to give you an update on what's happening in Maine, and this is an interesting twist here. So we know let me just do an overview here if you're just catching up with things. We know that a man named Robert Card, who is 40 years old and he's an Army reservist, shot up two different locations. One was a bar and grill, which was having a deaf cornhole competition at the time, for God's sake. And the other one was a bowling alley that was having a kids' night. And he shot these places up, and between 16 and 22, depending on what source you look at, people were killed so far, and a lot more, dozens and dozens, were injured and shot by this maniac. And he has not been caught yet, as of when this show is happening. And they tracked him down because he was wearing he was driving a Subaru with a different color bumper that stood out. And they found the Subaru, and the Subaru was right by a boat dock. And then we thought we were going to hear more about this guy or find him or something. The theory now is switching a little bit. They said the bowling alley killer who shot at least 18 people dead in Maine could have made his getaway on a jet ski, police believe.
That makes sense, since they found his boat by the ramp.
Yeah, they found his car right by the boat ramp, and there's another little twist in this. Army reservist Robert Card 40 is suspected of being responsible for the massacre at the bowling alley and a pool hall in Lewiston, Maine on Wednesday night, injuring 13 and killing at least 18 people in the deadliest mass shooting of the year. Armored tanks and SWAT teams scoured a waterway entry to the Androscoggin River in the early hours of Thursday morning after his empty white Subaru Outback was found abandoned at this boat dock. Marine records seen by Daily Mail and officers that are investigating this case show that Card registered a 2019 Sea-Doo jet ski in his name in June of this year. So he just, not too long ago, registered this Sea-Doo jet ski in his name, and they think maybe
jet skis only go so fast.
Yeah, and so far, you know, he must have taken this to another place. The whole fact that he's a Marine reservist and he's trained in this stuff makes this completely different, I think. It's not as easy. Courtney and I were talking about this, unfortunately, last night, and with a lot of cases, she's like, how's this guy getting away for so much longer? I said, with a lot of these cases, like, say, the Nashville school shooter or whatever, the person who's doing it intends on getting in a shootout with the police. Right? Like death by cop is what they're after. So they intentionally put themselves at the scene. They know the cops are going to be there. There's going to be a shootout, and that's it. There's going to be lights out for them. But in other cases, they try to go on the run and don't get very far. But if you're an Army reservist, you learn more skills. You're much better with your gun. He's been taught all of these different things. And he seemingly planned this out quite a bit. So where is he? Is he in the middle of the woods somewhere? Is he, somebody hiding him? All that very unclear. But now quite a bit of time has passed, and they still haven't caught this mass shooter. All right, mountain lions. I don't know if you guys are afraid of them, but we're going to learn how to protect ourselves here.
All right, Step number 1, get away from mountains.
Yeah, never visit a place where there are any mountain lions. We could be the most safe. But there was a hiker who got attacked by a mountain lion. The mountain lion was trying to go after the hiker's dog, and the hiker obviously wanted the mountain lion off the dog. They say mountain lions are unpredictable. While conflicts with humans are rare, there's always a risk when recreating. Is that recreating? That's a weird word.
Recreate?
Who said, like, recreation is a word, but recreating is a word?
It sounds right.
There's always a risk when recreating in areas used by mountain lions. If you do encounter a mountain lion, here you go. Here are the details.
All right.
Number 1, make yourself as large as intimidating as possible.
All right, do it, Sean.
Yell, wave your arms, and throw objects in the direction of the mountain lion. So you really got to make some noise and make yourself as big as you can. And they say slowly... That's not going to do it, Josh.
You're dead, Josh.
That was intimidating as hell.
Mountain lion just ate your face off, man. You're on the ground bleeding. It says, slowly back away and allow space for the big cats to move away. Do not, under any circumstance, turn your back and run from the mountain lion. They said they will chase you and they will go after you. The National Park Service requires pets to be on a leash no longer than 6 feet at all times, so that your pet can't get gobbled up by the mountain lion.
God, Carl will get eaten in a second.
Yeah. So
it's a one-bite snack.
Lady's got a real long leash so that when we're in the
Carl
park,
was saved.
We can let Lady go out real far and she can enjoy herself, but they won't allow that. They don't want that in these parks. They suggested that's a bad thing. All right, send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. Question for the both of you.
What up, what up?
What is the minimum amount of money you would require every month to never work again? If you got this, like, let's say from a lottery type thing or something, if you got this amount of money, you go, all right, that's fine. Never going to work again. I'm just going to take my monthly payment and I'm going to be okay with things.
God.
What is the
still
minimum
paying all
amount?
the bills, right?
Yes, you still have to pay all of your bills. And you might want to even say, because maybe you don't want to quit working, you might want to even say, like, you want a better lifestyle, right? Like, you want a nicer
start a
car.
podcast.
You want to do a variety of different things. I think that number, man.
I'd rather aim high and have some extra dough to land on. So
yeah, but you got to keep this in mind. You're not negotiating with anybody. This is the minimum you would actually take. Like if I said, I'll give you $10,000 a month for the rest of your life and you can never work again. Would that be worth it for you? No. 10 grand a month wouldn't do it.
That's too low of a cap.
Way too low.
Oh, God, you guys are expensive.
I'm just saying, you got to account for inflation.
I thought I was going to rope both of you for $10,000 a month.
Not that easy.
That's a lot of money, 10 grand a month. Okay.
And then you have to, like, if you're not working, not getting any sort of income and there's bills and you want to live a more lavish lifestyle, I need at least $85,000 a month.
$85,000 a month is ridiculous.
I will go no lower.
85. You're like $1 million a year right now.
That was quick math. I had to use a calculator.
By the way, this is a good thing for you because you don't have to do work and get stressed out by work, and you just know the money's coming in. Everybody's going so high. Super Fun Time says $30,000 a month.
Sean, I think you yourself would not live on $10,000 a month.
I see. It's hard for me
because you're loaded.
No, it's hard for me because I don't want to stop working. I enjoy what I do for working. So it would be, I would ask for an insane amount of money.
Josh, he's making us look like we don't like our jobs.
No, you guys probably like your jobs too.
I love my job.
I don't.
I would buy the studio.
If somebody said $85,000 a month, you would say, all right, see you later, sign off the radio, gone.
I don't know if I would sign off the radio, but I would.
Oh my God! Now you won't even do it for $85,000.
But listen, I would only for $85,000 a month. It would be more of a recreation. Like that word we
recreate?
A recreation.
I would just be out here recreating.
And I do no other work besides that. And just,
you can still have fun.
Crack
you
on
can
the
still
mic, have a great time, pop in and out one as I please. But I'm not doing any ED commercials.
No.
I'm not loading up weekends.
No.
I leave right after. I may even leave early sometimes. I may it might come back from commercial break and I'm gone.
The bosses can't tell you what to do. There's no stresses attached to it at all. All right, some folks are being a little more realistic. Arya Shadowblade says $4,000 a month is the minimum for me. I don't need to be rich, just want to enjoy life. And for $4,000, she thinks she can make it happen.
Okay,
Impressive.
so you have $2,000 in rent.
Mm-hmm.
That means you only have $2,000 more to spend on food.
That's
and
tight.
Electric bill.
And a car.
Streaming services.
And that alone is hundreds these days.
Won't
It's
have
just
friends.
piling up.
I have no money to go out. P90X.
I think $4,000 is a little low, but it depends. If you get $4,000 and your partner gets $4,000, you got $8,000 a month coming in the household. You can make it happen for that.
I'll settle for $20,000 a month.
$20,000 a month,
I think that's reasonable.
$84,000 a month. That is my final offer.
That's the lowest you're going to go. All right, we'll see if we can make this happen. It's shooting pretty high there, but we'll see what we could do. Let's go over to your dispatches. Seychelles is saying he'd take 4,000. 4,000 seems to be a point for a lot of people where they're okay with it.
What year do you people live in?
4,000 in 2023 doesn't go too far.
That was good like 3 years ago, I think.
Let's see what he says.
Good afternoon, news junkie, Sean.
Oh my God, dude.
Big man.
Huge
and
pause.
my lovely Sabrina. Sean, I'll take $4,000. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That will do it. That will cover everything.
What is your rent if you can do it on $4,000? Because even like a one bedroom now is what, $1,600? More expensive than that? $1,800? That's pricey right there. That's taking a big chunk of your money. Darth Yarvin on Twitch says, if you make $80,000 a year after taxes, it's about $4,000 a month. It'd be nice to get that without doing anything. Let's go to Sammy Scamp talking about mountain lions.
Okay, so when it comes to getting away from a mountain lion, you need to be one of them air-filled car dealership, flappy in the wind guys, huh? Just up,
crazy inflatable arm.
out, flailing in the wind. And that's supposed to save you?
That does it.
You're just going to look like an idiot before you get destroyed.
Correct.
We got a wavy arm man.
Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm, tube man.
That's what scares them away. And the mountain lions they'll back away in fear.
They were like, my God, I hate great deals on used cars.
Can't deal with this guy. Here is Richard talking about 1800s law.
About that 1800s law in Pennsylvania, that's old like for us.
Mm-hmm.
But for them, that majority of people are Amish, they're pretty up to date, you know. They still live in that century anyways.
True. I don't know how everybody would feel about this, but it's just me personally. I don't want the cops going after tarot card ladies. I think it's stupid. I think it's a giant waste of time.
Unless they're legitimate and they saw it coming. Imagine they flip the card and it's like, cops are at your door right now. Plenty of time to leave. $84,000 a month.
Here's John the Exterminator.
Hey, Junkies plus Josh.
Hello.
So, Sean, your idea about taking away people's guns if you're institutionalized or a threat or any of that and have to go through a board, amazing idea. That'll never happen, though, because the people who are in charge, yeah, they're a bunch of morons.
Yeah, nobody does anything.
They got their heads so far up their asses, they don't know which way's up. And people just, they don't want to fix it. Sure, they'll do their posts, all thoughts and prayers, but at the end of things, yeah, they don't want to fix it.
This is one that's just so obvious to me. It makes me shake my head and wonder why nobody's doing anything. I'm not saying go to people's houses and take their guns. I'm not saying restrict the access to semi-automatic weapons. I'm not saying ban clips that are like this or that. I'm saying if somebody is mentally ill and hearing voices in their head and the voices are telling them to shoot a place up, you should take away their weapon until they get well enough, if they ever could get well enough, that they should be able to have a weapon once again. Just like you have the right to have a weapon under the Second Amendment, I feel like I have a right to maybe not be shot by crazy people, right? Like I'd like to have that
it's a
right.
Revolutionary idea.
No, I'd really like to have that right. And I think most people agree with the common sense type of gun regulations, but nothing happens. Nothing happens whenever we see something like this. They haven't even got the guy yet, for God's sake.
Just well, but if you do run into him, just wave your hands around and
you
make
gotta do
yourself
that.
look large.
It's worth a shot. He might be on a
that was
Sea-Doo.
inappropriate. I'm sorry.
It's too late. All right, when we come back, we've got more of your comments and also which state is the scariest of them all.
Whoa.
We shall find out. It's spooky, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio on X.
Wait, is that right? Doesn't sound right.
Whatever. Find us at Real Radio on X or, the old Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Slowdowns westbound on I-4 between Parr Street and Robinson Street. Expect delays on that off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to John Young Parkway. Authorities are clearing up that accident. Congestion on Colonial Drive by the interstate. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 five-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
One of my favorite things about That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguydon.com is the fact that I can hear him every Saturday morning right here on Real Radio 104.1. That's right. Don and his crew, they're answering your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't worry. You can catch all the informative episodes right there on his website, thatmortgageguydon.com, or, of course, wherever you download podcasts, just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now, Don, he's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. He's explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a human instead of like a number like all the other mortgage companies would. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so let That Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Start the process today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide.
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark, Bob.
Injuries can come out of left field. Call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You wouldn't believe the week I've had. I've searched the summer villa and the weekend castle, but I can't seem to find my platinum opera glasses anywhere.
Ah, those minor inconveniences. I myself have been overseeing the new addition to my dog's mansion. His spa wasn't spacious enough.
Truly, I can't even fathom such a thing. By the way, how did you come into such wealth?
My grandfather invented those tiny plastic tables in the center of pizza boxes. What about you?
Me? Oh, I sold my car to Algo.
Selling your car to Algo might not get you tiny tables and pizza box money, but it is the easiest way to get the most money for your car. We give you a guaranteed offer in minutes. Verify the condition of your vehicle with a quick phone call, and boom, the money is yours. Active car loan, we will still buy your car. And the best part is, we handle all the paperwork. It's simple. If you don't want the most money for your car, don't sell your car to Algo. And definitely don't visit algonation.com.
To everyone who appreciates a fresh meal that comes from the heart, let our team member Emma tell you what's special about the Culver's Way.
We take great tasting burgers seriously in Wisconsin. Favorite recipes, fresh ingredients, real Wisconsin cheese. It's a place where traditions matter. So of course it's where Culver's Butter Burger was born. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection, then topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun.
What can we say? To us, it's a whole lot more than a burger. It's a taste of home.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plaxico Burress take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
because you think I don't know how much stuff actually costs, and I'm out of touch with the prices of things. But I'll have you know, going to the grocery store the other day with Courtney and just looking around because I've been there so few times in the last 5 years or so, I was blown away, I'll have you know, blown away at how cheap pumpkins are. I don't know why pumpkins aren't more expensive than they are.
That is the cheapest thing in the store right now.
And it's a big thing. I'm always impressed when you can get a big, large thing for a small price, even if it's just a pumpkin. I was like, this is all they charge for these things? And I'm telling Courtney, let's find the biggest one we can over here. And I think it was $6 or something. A pumpkin was not expensive at all. It was a good deal on all of these things.
Because it's disposable.
I know.
You buy this for however many dollars, and then in 2 days it's rotting. And that price and the smell is just so much more.
Well, we had one in the office one time. Somebody carved the News Junkie logo.
So bad.
And they did a great job. It was really cool, and it looked really, really awesome. And they brought it to the station and here, we made you a News Junkie pumpkin. And we said, oh, that's so nice of you. And we put it up by C. Lane's desk on top of this thing. And then we just forgot about it.
And then the bigwigs were coming to visit.
They said, clean up, tidy up. The bigwigs are coming to iHeartRadio. And that thing was vile.
I went to pick it up, and it just broke apart.
Oh, no.
It was juicy. It was juicy.
Touch it with your finger, and it just goes, and the whole thing completely falls in on itself. It was something else.
$6, though.
Speaking of pumpkins, I don't know if you guys have seen this one. This is for some of the folks who are on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. This is an unveiling of a very large pumpkin. Probably still only $40. That's how it goes in the pumpkin world. Check this out. Here it is. The lady's about to unveil her pumpkin to you. And
let me guess, Taylor Swift.
Yes, it's a giant Taylor Swift head, which I got to tell you, it's pretty good, actually.
It does look like her.
She did a good job, and that's a big-ass pumpkin. This pumpkin's 4 feet tall or something. It's massive, 399-pound pumpkin. And they said you can see
Taylor
if you can
Swift did not see it.
No, probably not. She's got more things going on than dealing with
Definitely
this.
gonna invite me to her door next time.
She doesn't care about this lady's 399-pound pumpkin, but she put it out there anyhow. Get ready, everybody. It is going down, and it's happening next year, and it's happening in St. Augustine. The first ever Florida Man Games is coming to St. Augustine. They have beer belly wrestling as an event.
Sexy.
This one I like, okay? They have an evading arrest obstacle course. It sounds like a good time. I really would like to try that.
Can you use your words, or you have to run?
Let me see.
Come on. Do you know who I am? No.
Is there a nonviolent resist challenge?
It says Pete Melfi, the game's founder, said the best way you could describe the upcoming event would be if you had a fever and went to bed with Florida on your mind, this would be your fever dream. It said there's even a catalytic converter themed race because Florida. For some reason, attendees can also challenge their friends to things like a mechanical gator, the evading arrest obstacle course, and a wipeout log slammer, whatever that is. The events and challenges will be judged by original American Gladiator star Dan Nitro Clark and Lori Ice Fetrick, according to the organizers. And no surprise, there's also a mullet contest going on at the Florida Man Games.
When is this?
This is coming up in February 24th.
Ooh, I got time to perfect a mullet.
That's true. You can work that in, and you could take away the big prize, whatever that is. It doesn't say in front of me what it is. Tickets are $45, though. I don't know about that, man.
That's not very Florida Man.
No, everything's getting more expensive, even tickets to the Florida Man Games. That's too far. All right, let's go over to some of your dispatches in just a moment. Oh, somebody, I don't know how they get people to do this, but they end up paying people to do the most mundane things. And they did a study where they took all of the 200 best horror movies in Rotten Tomatoes in their database, their all-time scary movie, best horror movie list, and they decided that they would list where every person died. And so, if the movie was based in California, then the person died in California. And for some reason, Pennsylvania is number one with a bullet for people being murdered in horror movies with 615 deaths. And the second highest is New York with only 254. I don't know why they're killing off so many people or making horror movies in Pennsylvania.
It's the tarot card readers.
Maybe it is. It could be that. What is it about Pennsylvania that would make that the set for a scary movie?
Well, now, I'm wondering, like, what movies are there? Like, what do they all have the same theme? Is there an older town in Pennsylvania that is great to reference?
You know what? It could be something like that where I don't want it to be like in a city. You don't have a lot of Halloween movies in the cities. You have a lot of them are in like suburbia, like the Halloween movies, and that's where things are a lot more scary.
The like Night of the Living Dead and all those Romero zombie films were in like Pittsburgh, I think.
Were they really?
So that probably up the body.
That's
count.
a big one.
There's
then.
quite a few actually. Based in Pennsylvania, also The Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village, Final Destination 3.
Really?
Even though that was filmed in Orlando.
But it was the alleged destination was Pennsylvania, huh?
The Visit, Split, all of that.
Wow. All right. Well, that's how they're doing things out there in the horror world. And I was just getting excited to see this Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's coming out. And Josh said the reviews are terrible.
No.
It's got like a 34 on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
It's fine.
I still want to see it. Here's Daddy Two Times with the dispatch.
Sabrina, Sean, Pinkman.
Hey.
I hope this dispatch makes y'all feel as old as me in the nicest way possible, of course. Daughter 2 times turned 13 today, friends.
Whoa.
13.
I
She's
feel
a
as old as
teenager,
you.
That's
Pumpkin
crazy.
babies are the best, though. You'll see, C-Lane. Happy birthday, Kaylin. I love you.
Thank you, Daddy Two Times.
Happy birthday.
Let's go to Maine 420 is chiming in. I don't know if you can say what's going on in Maine or just talk about something different.
Hey, News Junkie, Maine 420 here. I'm not going to talk about the shooting. This is probably the only listener that listens to the show that's closest to home with the shooting. Nice. But I just want to say, C-Lane, congratulations on the baby. And Sean, I watched that show, Gen V, with my girlfriend.
Gen V?
What a twisted show, but really good. Anyways, you guys have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, what's he talking about? You guys have heard of this before?
No.
I mean, I'll look it up. Gen V, I don't remember us talking about it.
Is that the Boys spinoff? No, probably not.
It says Lives of Hormonal Competitive Superheroes.
Oh,
it
is the
is.
Boys
Yeah, it's the spinoff of The Boys,
Yes.
Gen V.
I
Isn't that
love
supposed
The
to be
Boys.
funny? I thought this was supposed to be like a funny thing.
Well, you know, like how The Boys is incredibly violent and kind of scary at the same time?
Right.
Yeah, probably like that.
They do that here, too?
Yeah, if I had to guess.
It says Gen V is an American superhero television series developed by Craig Rosenberg, Evan Goldberg, and Eric Kripke as a spinoff of The Boys. That's what it is. All right, let's do another one here. Here's Gaga Muffin. I don't think we did this one.
Afternoon, junkies.
Hey.
Just wanted to comment on the mass shooting. You know, everybody says if you know, there's signs of mental illness, you should take people's guns. But if the guy really wants to do it, it doesn't matter. He can go online and buy a gun from a private seller. It doesn't matter if they take them or not.
Yeah, let's not make it easier, right? If you're like, well, if he really wanted to do it, he could rob a bunch of houses and then get a gun from the houses, and then he could go on his shooting spree after that. Let's just not make it easier for them, right? If there are crazies with guns that are saying they're hearing voices in their head telling them to shoot up places.
It spent 2 weeks in a mental health facility.
Yeah, and admitting that they had problems with all this stuff. Why not take that person and go, all right, maybe your gun rights are going to go on ice for a hot second.
Go to your room.
We were, Courtney and I, discussing yesterday whether you think it's still possible to determine when something is fake or not. And the place that this came from was, she said somebody posted on our local Nextdoor app, and they said that they were in a tough place and that their trailer burned down. And they said, here's a link for a GoFundMe. And she looks in the comments, and there's people going, hey, I did a tiniest bit of research, and I found out that you already had a GoFundMe for your trailer burning down years ago, and you raised $8,000, and you do this as a scam. And so they caught the guy. And she said she saw another one where it was this woman, and she is a very pretty young woman, and her profile picture is really attractive. And she says, guys, I don't have any friends. I'm just looking for some people I can meet and hang out with. What are some things I could do? And I said, that's probably fake.
Catfish.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I said, this is probably somebody goes on Nextdoor and says, I'm lonely and I just need some friends, because they can catfish somebody and then get them to send them money would be my guess as to what the scam is. And she says, so how do you figure out what's real and what's not? And she goes, well, I try to do a reverse image search. And I said, you know what? I don't think that helps you anymore. Because if you do a reverse image search, I can go on a website and generate an AI face of a person that is unique, has never been seen before, and looks 1,000% real. If you reverse image search that, you're Jack popping into the studio scary.
Oh my God, scared the crap out of me.
If you reverse image search that, you're going to find that there's no other copies, and you're going to go, oh, this is real. But it's not. It's like, it's very difficult.
That's why you have to ask for nudes.
Or you got to do the thing that you said before, which is totally true. I want you to take a selfie with you with like 2 fingers on your cheek, or like just like some specific
today's newspaper.
Yeah, something like that where they can't fake it.
Like a ransom.
You know that wouldn't be faked. Or I don't know, maybe AI can even do that, damn it. This is a tough time to find out what's real and fake. Google rolled out something, though, called, what's the name of it? Just in case you're trying to do this stuff. Google, it's another thing with images where if you click on the side, it's called About This Image. If you click on the side of an image, there's double dots, and it will tell you all the information about
even
that
if it's
photograph.
created by AI?
Even if it's created, no, I think that would say it was unique. I'll have to try it, but it's called About This Image that they're rolling out right now. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Insert promo line to get listeners to follow the Real Radio 1041 Instagram account. I'll fix that later.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the low mid-80s, so another warm one, mix of sun and clouds, but we are monitoring a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two, mainly close to our coastal communities. It will be another breezy day out of the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we stay warm and actually drying out as we head into your weather weekend before the chance for showers arrives by early next week.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
At Bank of America, there's one question we ask our customers to learn what matters most. It's not, how much money do you have? It's not even, how much money would you like to have? No, our question isn't about money. It's about you and what you want to achieve. Because that's what's most important. So, what would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Torres volley. What a goal!
Orlando City kicks off round 1 of the MLS Cup playoffs at Exploria Stadium as they take on Nashville SC on Monday, October 31st at 7 p.m., presented by Orlando Health. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Did you know Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute has more than 40 expert orthopedic physicians trained to care for every part of the body? And we are proud to open Florida's first dedicated orthopedic hospital in Orlando Health's downtown campus this fall. Learn more at orlandohealth.com/ortho. Orlando Health. Choose well.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I love Mondays. And yes, I'm being 100% serious. Why? It's because I'm a Dunkin' Rewards member. And Mondays are better with Dunkin' Rewards. Every Monday this month, Rewards members get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app and never miss a deal like this. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. If you missed any of the show, the podcast will be up later at thenewsjunkie.com or on iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, the shirt, time is ticking on the design that is a very popular one. It's called Fickle Beast X-Ray. Go check it out at getskywall.com. It's a great way for you to support the show. And the hoodie is badass. That's my favorite piece of merch that we've ever done. It's super comfortable. It's super nice. And I hope you go get it while you can, because not everybody's going to be able to get their hands on these. So go to getskywall.com. Get your orders in right now. Another teacher busted for trying to have sex with her student.
That's not good.
In this case, Ricky Laughlin, I believe is her name. She's 25 years old, and she allegedly pursued a 16-year-old student.
Yeesh.
She's a special education teacher.
What?
Double yeesh.
They said she's in St. James, Missouri, and she was trying to send stuff back and forth, which, of course, means, you know, it's child porn if she gets one back. And so they charge her with that. Tampering with a victim, they charge her with attempted statutory rape, sexual exploitation of a minor, tampering with physical evidence, sexual trafficking of a child, and furnishing
Jesus.
pornographic materials to minors.
Where does
Wow.
the trafficking come in?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Let's see what they say here. Laughlin, who's 25, allegedly sent him this material and solicited images from him in return. She contacted the boy on Snapchat and sent him these photos along with a video of herself using a sex toy, while also prompting him to send her photos of his goods. And so they found all of this. A teacher invited him to have sex at her home while her husband was away. He said he made excuses to avoid meeting her because he felt uncomfortable with the situation. When the same detective visited her at her home, she allegedly acknowledged that she received photos, but she said he initiated the contact, and she wasn't aware he was a minor.
Come
right?
on, lady.
Yeah, I'm totally buying that.
Totally.
Yeah, but she is now the latest to be arrested for that. And I'll put her mugshot up on See It Now. It's weird. Only some places now do the old-fashioned thing where it has your height behind you in the mugshot. Like where it like lists like how tall you are, and you can see the height number behind her. It's old-fashioned style.
That's probably going on mugshotties.
Yeah, it probably is.
Do they make you hold the sign anymore?
I don't know. It's different at all these different places. Like Trump's mugshot didn't have the height behind it, I don't think.
No, he's just like hunched over, grimacing at the camera.
Yeah, so I guess it's different in different cities. That's how they did where she was. Okay, let's do the final dispatches. Let's see who squeaked in under the wire, and we'll get your dispatch played. Hang on, let me get rid of this real quick.
Bye-bye.
And we're going to go to Arsto. And Arsto says something about Five Nights at Freddy's.
So I've seen those reviews of Five Nights at Freddy's too. It is getting thrashed. But I'm with you, Sean. I want to see it. But what you need to look up is Wally's Wonderland with Nick Cage. It's essentially the same kind of concept where he's working overnight with Chuck E. Cheese animatronics chasing him down.
Mm-hmm.
The entire movie, he literally has no lines. It is fantastic.
No way.
Josh and I think we're talking about this the other day. Nicolas Cage is one of the few in Hollywood that get to just choose whatever weird movies they want.
Yep.
Just whatever
Some of
weird-ass
them have
movie.
been colossal failures, and it's like the last 10 years, he's put out weird movies that are bangers.
That are
Like,
good.
The one where he plays himself, essentially,
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
was so great. It was so good. I was taken aback and just laughing out loud. I didn't expect that for that movie. It had someone not, like, I was going to say dared me to watch it, but if someone not pushed me to watch it, I wouldn't have.
Who's daring you to watch movies?
Yeah, pretty wild on the weekends,
You're right.
truth or dare. So
If somebody gave me the rundown of the movie and they go, it's called Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, I don't like the name, and they just say, here's what happens in the movie, I'd be like, oh, that doesn't sound good. But it's good. Nicolas Cage just figures out how to make these movies good, even if they sound like weird-ass premises. So good for him. Here's Tex with a dispatch.
Hey, I'm not sure you guys have been in the news lately, but you know the guy was a gun instructor or a fire instructor?
Yes, he was.
So I think he sold guns too. So, I mean,
he didn't sell
could go from anywhere, but people kill people. Guns are just an accessory.
All right. Thank you, TX. Appreciate you and your words. Let's get to the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by our friends over at Nations Trucks. Love them over there. They're the best of the best. And if you want to get the truck of your dreams, it's on the lot, I assure you, at nationstrucks.com. You can actually search from the comfort of your own home right now and find the best work truck or lifted truck or whatever kind of truck you're into, nationstrucks.com. This one's straight out of a movie, man. These folks knew what they were doing. Thieves rappelled through the roof of a local car dealership and stole 9 cars.
Damn.
And they actually, like, Mission Impossible style, like, rappelled into the building. And then they got all these car keys and stole 9 cars.
I unplugged my laptop already, so.
The lot. Yeah, I think it works. It gets the job done, I think. The U.S. government may have to raise taxes to find more revenue. Isn't that nice? Isn't that fantastic to hear? And UPS is not doing so well. They're cutting their annual revenue forecast. They said there's a weak demand for delivery, which seems strange to me.
I don't know about that.
When I drive around the neighborhood.
There's a lot of them, but UPS is my go-to for returning stuff. It might be over that.
True that.
For returning stuff because Oh, it's a good. Amazon uses like so many different providers too. Like
So easy.
it's not just UPS. It could be FedEx sometimes.
I return through Whole Foods.
They let you do that.
Yeah, it's easy.
And in good news, they finally got a deal with the major automakers. There is a contract deal with Ford for the United Auto Workers, and that is a major progress in the strike. Still nothing with the damn actors, though. We got
I
the
thought
writers
actors were
thing.
good. Oh, writers were the ones that were all set.
Yeah, writers all good, but the SAG strike is still going on, and I don't know what they're mad about. I guess they were saying they were canceling some shows, and they don't want them to do that. I don't know. They're still fighting over something.
Bring back Big Bang Theory.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Bazinga.
All right, let's get to it. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, October 26, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. And congratulations to the folks watching on Twitch. They had control of Mega Chat for the entire show.
You did it.
It wasn't letting any YouTube comments come through. It wasn't letting any other comments.
Look
Nothing.
at all that purple.
It was just all Twitch commenters today. Today I learned this film back in 1978.
Halloween.
Halloween is correct. Because the 1978 film Halloween was filmed in the spring, they had to make it look like it was fall because that's a big part of the movie itself. So they placed artificial and recycled leaves on the grounds, the sidewalks, the streets, every single scene they did. Then they would have to hire somebody to rake it all up and bring the fake stuff to the next scene.
The worst job.
Yeah.
You're like the fall guy, and you just move them from scene to scene. Today, Quiznos, the sandwich chain, was once a common sight. Yeah, they had that commercial, and they had the catchy slogan, toasty. That's what their slogan was. In 2007, they were up to 4,700 locations. They were on every damn street corner. Then the wheels fell off. They closed 90% of their stores within the following 10 years, and it goes down in history as the largest and swiftest collapse of a franchise ever.
More like Toasted.
Now I don't even know if you see them anymore. And you know what they would do at Quiznos that I thought was gross? They'd take your sandwiches, they were building it, and you would get things like lettuce and stuff on it, and then they would toast it with a lettuce on it.
You never had toasted lettuce, bro? You haven't lived.
I want you to toast my sub and then put all the little accoutrements on it. That's the way to do it. Get out of here.
I don't care about your hamster commercial.
Today I learned this band right here.
When you're straight. The Doors.
The Doors is correct. The cover of the Doors' famous 1970s album, Morrison Hotel, was taken at an actual hotel called the Morrison Hotel in Los Angeles. The band was not given permission to photograph it, so they did it while the clerk was away from the front desk. The band jumped right behind the windows, hit their places without shuffling, and took it in one snapshot. Now it's iconic rock history.
What's his face shirt off?
Probably. It was off a lot of the time back then. Jim Morrison, yeah. It wasn't until 1970 that keyboards and typewriters had exclamation points on them. They said it was still a new thing at that time. Can you
How
imagine
did people
that?
shout back
They
then?
didn't, I guess. Today I learned this band right here.
Tool? Disturbed?
Tool is correct. Yes. American metal band Tool on their 1996 album Enema, I think. Yeah, right.
Sure.
There's an aggressive and intimidating song that's sung in German. It's called Die Ihr von Satan, which translates to the balls of Satan. But if you translate the lyrics to English, they reveal themselves to be a recipe for sugar cookies.
Oh.
So,
That's right. We love the sugar and Satan's balls.
not anything really crazy at all. Hey, thank you
edgy.
so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Again, if you missed any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll see you next time.
Turnpike is a part of your travels. You won't be expecting any delays. No delays on the beach line, and traffic is up to speed on the Greenway. But if I-4 is a part of your travels, expect congestion through the city between Parr Street and Robinson Street. Delays westbound between Sand Lake Road and 535, and congestion on I-4 eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday